Yeah, we're
Hey.
learning. We're back. We're learning and loving with everyone.
Woo! That's right.
I was gonna make a joke and say it's very rare when the teacher is late, but it was not me today.
It was me. My bad, y'all. I'm here now.
The teacher's here. Woo! I'm so proud of you, Laura. This is huge. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Queen. We are ready. Hi, eyes to see. Yay! Have great training. Thank you. I love these words that are no longer not Scientology words, and I get to just share them with everybody. Is the fan or anything too loud, or can you hear me pretty okay with
Sounds
the
fine on my
headphones?
end. I
It's
just hear
totally
your
fine.
voice. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
amazing. That's good.
There's a
That's good to
problem.
know. Okay,
When you hear the word
good.
training, I'm curious. Do you tend to associate that with like TRs, training routines? Like, is that where your
Totally.
mind goes when you hear the
A
word?
100%. Yeah, get your training in, or yeah, like, oh, what is he done with his training, or how much training does he have left? Yeah.
It is interesting to me, like the special meanings that the words in and out have in Scientology, like the way that they'll
Mm.
say, get your ethics in,
In, or I'm keyed in, right?
yeah, or your out ethics.
Or
Like,
get or calm in calm.
that's right, that's right. No, but that's one of the things I remember when Tom Cruise did that interview with that Australian journalist. His name is escaping me right now, but where he says, put your manners in. I feel like that's a
Mm.
phrase that you would never hear outside of
Oh,
Scientology
that's
because of that
interesting.
special meaning that in and out have in Scientology.
And
That's,
also, manners is not a word that like a normal Scientologist would use.
oh, is that
Like,
right?
yeah, like manners. Like, excuse me, if you're being out ethics, I can fucking murder you. Like, that's like L. Ron Hubbard policy, Like, so like manners is like more like they have another word for that, and it's called FO 38, which is a flag order 38 that L. Ron Hubbard said that you can't like barter cigarettes, you can't be standing in the hallways on the ship. There were all these things, and it was meant for people who were superior or senior or in rank in the Sea Org. Fucking all this is garbage. But basically they would be like, get your FO 38 in, or stop
Interesting.
being out FO 38 a lot. Like that was a normal thing. And so it would mean like you're violating that policy, which means you're disrespecting or being rude or out manners. But like a Sea Org member would never be like, get your manners in. Like only Tom Cruise would, because he's trying to use a quote normal outside word but he's not, because he's using in the way that Scientology, like, you get back in your body. It's like that. You get back, when you're like saving somebody from death, from the car accidents or whatever. And you
Hmm.
bring them, they have this a sit. Anyways, I don't even want to go down this whole thing, but they have this process which is literally called bring the bot or back to life assist. And you're yelling at this body, you get back to life, go back to life. And so yeah, he's getting him back in his body. That would be anyway. So he's so Scientology, he's so brainwashed that I like, it's to a point where it's like it's your language. It's in his blood now. I don't think there's a point, even if he ever were to leave, which would be a miracle, like if he spoke up and started speaking out about how abusive and mind controlling and all of it is. I don't know, who knows. But if that ever happened, he would still be using these, like, the language for a very, very, very long time. I feel like I catch myself using it sometimes, so that's how I know. And
Well,
I openly am grossed out about Scientology language.
Well, and you know what this conversation just does kind of make me excited for is right now, so far in like GED test preparation, we've only focused on math. But once we get ready to focus on
I was
English
thinking
language
about that today. Oh my God, I was thinking more about science and like history. I'm like, oh, I'm going to be able to learn about stuff. Um, and
and
then
I
I
will
just realized, whoa, I feel like math to me is am I being right? If math kind of one of the harder subjects?
it really depends on what your areas of strength are because there are I mean, I was an English major in college, so writing, reading, I would say that those tend to be my areas of strength. I feel fairly confident with math, like through a certain point, but like after pre-calculus, I think was the highest math that I took where I felt super comfortable. After that, like advanced statistics and calculus, it gets pretty hard. But I would say that math, for somebody who hasn't had a formal education like you, like having not gone to school growing up, I would say that there's probably the most for you to learn in math. Whereas in English language arts, you know how to talk, you know how to speak English, you know how to read and write. So I feel like maybe you won't require as much preparation in an area like English as you would in math. I will be honest though, when it comes to history, I tend to find that like the hardest area to study for because when I look
Interesting. I
at
thought that would be the easiest because it feels like it's just information. Like you're just like basically absorbing a lot of history, like information. Whereas math, you're like doing problems and figure, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's a lot more about history that I have no idea,
I
where it's
mean, I guess
more
the thing
mental.
is for me, like when I look at a study guide for a test like this and look at what I need to know for history, there'll just be like maybe a line or a bullet point for each specific area. So like the Industrial Revolution. It'll say like know the Industrial Revolution. And meanwhile, I don't know what that means the question is going to be. Whereas like for math, if they say no exponents, no the order of operations, no converting fractions to decimals, like I can know those how to do those kinds of problems, and then whatever problem it is they give me, I'll feel confident that I'll be able to do that. Whereas for history, it's like I don't even know how deep to study for each individual concept, because if I see that the Industrial Revolution is one of the concepts that are listed, then when I'm making a study guide and when I'm going through and studying, I'll think, okay, well, how deep does that mean I actually have to get in the Industrial Revolution? Like, there's
Mm,
a few things that I can say here and there about who were the leading tycoons in the industry at the time, what were the big industries that were booming during the Industrial Revolution. And so I feel like that when I was pursuing my teaching credential and taking my CSETs, which is the California subject examination for teachers that I have to take in order to begin the credentialing process, I remember feeling like the history subtest was the one that I found most difficult to study for. Whereas for
interesting.
because I felt comfortable with the areas that were being assessed on the math test, I felt like I didn't have to study too much. So, as far as do I feel like, I think your original question was like, do you feel like math is one of the ones that would be tougher to study for?
Yeah.
I guess it really does depend on what your preferred areas are. And most people do tend to lean one of two ways. I feel like when I was growing up and going to school, like we tended to say that students either tended to lean toward English and history or math and science. And English and history of mine tend to align quite a lot because a lot of the texts that you would read in a traditional English class, at least, I mean, in California, I've only lived in California, so I've only gone to school in California and I've only taught in California, but it's fairly common that we will read literary texts in an English class that were from or are about the same eras of history that we are reading about in our history classes at the time. And then also, when it comes to math and science, there will tend to be, as you get into advanced science classes, more and more opportunities where math, like calculations, are relevant. So I was an English major, and whenever I talk to people who were STEM majors, do you know the term STEM? So what it's an acronym STEM that just stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And
Okay.
if people major in any of those areas, so any kind of engineering or data science or biology, chemistry, any essentially science, physical
Yeah.
science, lab science, whatever, we tend to lump those as STEM. Whenever I talk to a STEM major, like as an English major, I would be, that's so over my head. The math and science, I couldn't do that. And sometimes they'll even be like, oh, well, I could never be an English major. Like all of those writing essays,
Right.
like, that's not their area
Right.
of expertise. So as far as which area you tend to lean toward more as a student, you'll talk to different people who have different areas of comfort, different areas of expertise, and so
And
maybe
people,
not.
everybody seems to be different,
Yeah, yeah, no, totally.
which is not how they let you be in Scientology.
No,
They're
yeah,
like, this is your job. Here's your post. Here's your hat. And you must wear it for the rest of your life.
Well, and in Scientology, as I understand it, everybody is essentially supposed to follow the same process. Like, it's not like
Right.
they.
You cannot do it any other way at all.
Mhm.
Like you cannot, for example, squirrel the tech, as they say. Like you're not allowed to change anything, not even a word.
I can't hear squirrel without thinking of Squirrel Squad from back in early 2024 when we used to be branded that way.
Yep. Yep. I still love it. I'm still part of the Squirrel Squad. Call it what you want. Proud SP. Yep. 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 Check, check, check.
I love it. I love it. All right. Do we want to go ahead and get into a warm up and start going over some of what we've
Yeah.
covered so far? One thing I will go ahead and say, can I talk a little bit about what we were texting about?
Totally. And I just really want to say thank you to everybody who is here in the chat and not listening to the nasty toxicity going on in the community and letting people heal and learn and love, because someday this type of stuff that is going to be where everybody's listening and watching and realizing the amount of toxicity that people are putting in constantly online and on YouTube is actually a reflection of themselves. So just wanted to put that in there. And I'm super excited that you're here, Jacob. I literally woke up and part of my gratitude was like, I am so grateful for Jacob as a friend, as a teacher, as just like a buddy, like who has common sense, like politically, like you just know a lot. And I could totally have a disagreement with you on a political view on anything. And you could explain it to me, or you could understand what my disagreement is. You know what I mean? I just really love that. I feel that you're also open when you do talk about politics. You're like, you're very clear. You're not trying to hide. You're not trying to argue. You are trying to learn and teach. And I just really love that. It's very, I don't know if I would have been vulnerable enough to do this with anybody online. So I'm like, I can't believe you're like the actual perfect person to do this with. So I just, again, want to thank you so much.
No, yeah, and right back at you. I mean, I'm so glad that we're able to do this, and I do really admire that you do have the vulnerability to feel comfortable doing this kind of thing, that preparing for a test like the GED. And I mean, I was sort of thinking this the other day after we got off live stream, but a lot of people when they're going through school will tend to almost dread the like being called on. Like if they're doing like popcorn reading, I don't know if you know that term, but like when a class is reading through a story and each kid reads a paragraph and then they say popcorn and then another student's name and then another student picks up reading, students will tend to dread being called on to read or being called on to like answer a question while the teacher is doing the problem. So like what we're doing here, where you're on a live stream, like we're streaming publicly and
Yeah.
to learn all of this on the spot in this one-on-one setting, like I really admire it. I think it's super cool to see. And I mean, just for me, like having gone through watching all of the documentary series that I have about Scientology and learning as much as I have about it, like to become your friend and to learn about what you have been through, like as somebody who was born into the Sea Org and never got to go to a traditional school, now to see you be willing to pursue your GED and take on the vulnerability that comes from learning in this setting. I'm super excited to be a part of the journey. This is super cool for me too. So thank
Same.
you.
I love that it led up to this. I really love that. Not even up to this, just I was even looking, like I said, I was so grateful for you this morning and in my yesterday grateful. I was just like, this is so cool that honestly, I just didn't think friendships or even a relationship of any kind could actually go in so many different ways as long as you allow the person to be. It's like just crazy. Like, because why would you want to be friends with somebody who you don't really like? I don't know. To me, it's like I already enjoyed being around you, and then all you're doing is like adding joy, funny. Like you crack me up all the fucking time. We crack each other up. And you're intelligent and you have patience where it reminds me that even if you're good at it or not, it is a choice. It's a choice and it's a muscle to have patience and to be respectful and to care. And you just have that. And I'm just so glad that when we first were talking about this, you were like, oh, I would love that. I was like, are you serious? And then because it also like it holds me accountable it not accountable, not like I have to do this, but it just makes it, it's like adds to the excitement, it adds to the momentum. And so chat and you and everybody, it's just, and people on the replay when they leave me comments and all that, and they're like, oh, and they, you know, have suggestions or whatever. I just love that. Like, to me, 20 people caring is enough, you know, and I'm so proud that we've got 22 right now.
Is that how many people are in the chat? I actually can't
Yeah.
even see on StreamYard.
But that's good because it's no, it's good. And
Oh, yeah,
I made my comment of what I said earlier.
Heck yeah. No, and
But I just love that. I appreciate who's here because those hearts are good. Like, it's not that others are bad. I'm just saying this is the type of energy that is going to really heal and like make people lovingly cry, and because they're just so happy from being healed in this community. So anyway, I just really love that.
Heck yeah. It's all love in this chat. We love it.
Yeah.
All right. So
Okay, so you take it from here, Jacob, and you said you want to do like a little review.
yeah, I think it would be good for us to start, as we have been, with a review of the concepts that we have gone over so far, just to get us kind of oriented toward what we're going to be working on for today. I was thinking we would start with maybe a long division problem or two, just to review and go over the steps for that again. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
All right, so let me think. Do you want, and do you have any preference between if we start with a problem that has a clean answer or an answer that has a remainder where we then have to go to the decimal and solve further? Do you have any
Either
preference?
or. Yeah, I don't
All
care.
right, so why don't we go ahead and start with, I'm going to go ahead and write it right here. To be honest, I've been coming up with a lot of what we've been working on in the
Cool.
moment, but it's been working. We've been making it happen. Oh,
Yes.
you know what? Really quick, before I write it out, I was starting to say, and then we got on a little tangent a little bit, but I was gonna say to everybody that I did order those GED study guide, like test prep books from Kaplan that'll be coming to both of us tomorrow. So for today, what we can continue working with the study guide that we have been working with. But that is the study guide that's based on the test from 2018. So it's a good free resource. And the truth is, I don't expect that the test is really changing a whole lot year to year. Like the concepts that we've been going over so far are, of course, still relevant. They're still a part of mathematical standards that would be expected on the test in 2026. But I think that once we both have that, that's going to be really awesome because then we're going to be able to both follow along and maybe even as opposed to just taking notes on the paper, actually be making notes and working on the problems in our respective books. And then once you receive that book, there will also be a QR code in there for you to scan so that then you'll have access online to test prep online where you'll be able to like take sample tests and then get test feedback, which might not be as applicable for math, but certainly for English language arts once we get there. When it comes to test writing,
this book it has the whole, it's like the whole GED. It's not just like a part of it or something. It's the whole, it's like studying for all of it.
It's got preparation materials for each subtest. Yeah. So not just
amazing.
Math.
I'm so excited. Oh, yeah. Thank you, Jacob.
Of course. All right.
That'll be so cool. I was saying that this will be my first official school book.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did say that.
I've never had like an actual school book. A real legit one. Like this is actually a book that I need to study for school tests. So then when I can, so my plan is once I get my GED, it gives me, it's always something that I've always wanted. Even when I was in the cult, I always thought it would be nice to know all this information, which obviously was never being taught to me properly. But it gives me the next option. I feel that once I have more knowledge, I'm going to know what I want to do with my GED, like where I want to go. If I want to go to a school and get some other, whatever, you know, I'm just going to learn a lot more as I go. So I hope everybody will keep me, will follow and see where I go and maybe help me make some of these decisions.
That's right. That's right. The community's behind you. I see Queen of the Machines 3150 in the chat says, "We are behind you, Laura."
Yeah, I love that. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Okay, so what we have here is,
can you see
17? Yeah, 17 divided by 75. Oh, sorry. 75 divided by 17.
75 divided by 17. Oh, do you see that Kirby's Minion Cucks channel? I don't know if you want to address the chat message that just came in, or if you want to just ignore it and continue going.
Fake Laura account. Oh, somebody's letting me say fake Laura account in Aaron's Smith chat starting drama. Oh, okay. I don't care. Good. Aaron's chat right now is drama, so that's okay. I'm gonna put this in a timeout. Whoever just put that, because I'm here. I'm in school. You don't interrupt the class and say so and so's on the internet talking shit about so and so. Not in my class, right, Mr. Harkey? Not in your class.
Yeah, we're here to work. We're here to learn.
Hi, Afila. You got this, Papu Satology. Thank you, Ashley. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Okay, here we go. Okay, so was I saying that right? What was your question? Oh, you were just telling me to.
Yeah, I think at first you said 17 divided by 75, but then you corrected it to 75 divided by 17. So
yes.
If we were to solve this, remember, how else could this be written?
So I think I have a little, I know the different ways it can be written, but I'm not sure when I'm doing infraction what goes on the top and when I'm looking at it just like this. So gotcha. In this, does the 75, I guess I'll let you explain. Yeah, like what?
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and just write in the labels one more time that this first one, if you want to learn the terms, the number that is first when you speak a division problem. So if we're saying 75 divided by 17, that first number 75 is going to be the divisor. That second number 17 is going to be the dividend. And then when we're writing the problem, if we're going to express it as a fraction, then we could write 75 over 17. That's another way of writing 75 divided by 17. And alternatively, and this is what we're going to use ultimately to solve the problem, we can write it as 17 into 75. So
I guess my question is, and I don't know if this is a dumb question, but how would I know that? Oh, I guess. Oh, wait. So the first number always is the divisor?
When it's expressed this way, yes, that first number is always the divisor.
And then the same as the third, the way that you express it in the third way with the...
In the third way, that divisor is going to be that number that is underneath the long division bar right here, whatever we call that.
So the divisor goes under there.
Correct.
Not in the front, which would be, oh, okay.
Dividend, that's right.
See, I think that's where I was getting a little mixed up. Okay.
I do see that Baby says in the chat, Jacob questions, do you think she can take calculators during testing? My understanding is that a calculator will be allowed for a certain portion of the math test, but not the entire thing. And I will confirm that once we get off tonight and confirm that is true. But as we continue going through more math concepts, I think we are eventually going to get to that point that we can talk about that and figure out what exactly that is going to look like as far as which areas you'll need to be able to do the math without a calculator, and then which areas you'll be allowed to have a calculator for. In the meantime, though, which of these three ways, 1, 2, or 3, are we going to use in order to find the answer to this question rounded to 3 decimal places? Option 1, option 2, or option 3?
Option 3.
That is correct. So I'm going to go ahead and write 17 into 75. Which can also be said as 75 divided by 17. Let me move my water really quick so that I can move my notebook up a little bit. There we go. And what are we going to do next? How can we continue with this problem?
Okay, so now we do 17 into 75.
Yeah, well, the first thing that we would do would be 17 into 7, but obviously, is 17 bigger than 7?
No.
17's bigger than 7, yeah.
I mean, sorry, yeah. I was saying no, that we wouldn't
worries.
Okay, yes, we wouldn't use the 7. We use 75.
Correct.
So,
all right, so now, We could even put a 0 there if we wanted to. And then next, we will, as you said, look into 17 into 75. So how many times does 17 go into 75 as a whole number?
Um, uh, uh,
And if you
I
even
think
want to
4.
guess, you can guess. Oh, you're
I was
correct.
gonna
Good
say I
job.
think. Oh, I was gonna say I think 4, but then I could just do the math.
Yeah, I was
7
gonna say
times
if you
4.
ever want to take a guess, but you're not ready to write it down in the actual long division problem yet, you could always take the number that you're thinking and then write it out over here. So in fact, why don't we do that really quick, just while
I'm
we're
doing
thinking
that
about it?
already.
You're
Okay, so
doing
we're
that?
at 38.
Tell me what you get.
Oh wait,
7 times
sorry.
4 is 28. Is that what you were looking at?
Wait, is 28.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 7 times 4, but then I was doing 17 times 4.
Yeah, there you go. So what's your answer there?
38.
There you go. Let me write that out right here really quick and make sure that we are on the same page. So
But it's
17
more than that, so we're
times
gonna keep
4,
going.
4 times 7 is 28. And then 4 times 1 is what?
4.
4 plus 2 is?
6.
So 17 times 4 is?
68.
68. There we go.
I
And
was like,
that,
why is he? Yeah, I didn't do that right. I did it right on the paper, but I didn't do it right on my head.
I hear you. That's all good. But you did say 4 initially, so you were correct there. So where
Yeah,
do we
so
write 4 again?
17 times 4. It's because I did kind of, I was like, I rounded 17 to 20. So I was like, 2, 4, 6, 8. Oh, it's less than 80. So then I was like, okay, so about 4. So then 17 times 4 is 68. And then, so then I'm putting 68 below the 75.
That's right. Before we do that, did you already write the 4 right here?
4 up front. Do I need to put a dot there or no?
Not yet.
Not
Not
yet,
yet,
because I'm still
because we're
using this
still
whole
working with the
75.
original number that we got. So yes.
Okay.
So you're right. 4 times 17 is 68. So we will write that below the 75. And then what do we do? What do we write below 68? What's next?
We subtract
Mm-hmm.
15. So I'm gonna cut that, make 6. So I'm make this a 15. 8, 9, 10. So 7. It's 7.
That's correct.
And then we're gonna put a 0 behind the 5.
Before we put the 0, what are we going to put first?
A decimal point. That's what I meant.
Decimal point. Very good.
And then I'm gonna also put decimal point on top.
Mm-hmm. So I didn't specify this before, but why don't we go ahead and say we'll round the decimal to the nearest 3 places. So next 3 points after the decimal, and then we'll round. Does that make sense?
Okay, yeah. Once
right.
we figure out the next 3 digits, then we'll round that to get our final answer. Our product.
Quotient, actually.
Our quotient. I'm trying to use all the words exactly and precisely.
Nice, nice.
Okay, decimal point after the 4. And
That's
then
right.
I'm dropping that 0, and we're putting the 0.
Good.
Wait, are you putting a 0 up above too, or no?
No. We'll put the number up there once we figure out. Well, you'll tell me
whatever it is.
Step.
Okay,
so we've got the 0 in. Once we've got the 0 in, what do we do next?
We drop it down to the 7.
So yeah, we dropped the 0 down to the 7. So the 7 becomes
then 70. And then 17 into 70.
Yes. How many times does it go in evenly?
4 times.
Exactly. So we already know.
And it'll be 68.
Very
so I'm
good.
putting 4 up here after the 4.
Mm-hmm.
And then this is 2.
That's right.
And so we're going to do another 0.
Very good.
We're going to drop that down to the 20. Then we're going to do 17 into 20.
Yes. And how many times does 17 evenly go into 20?
1 time, remainder 3.
1 time. That's right. That's right.
But
so
I won't write the remainder because we're only needing the first 3 digits, and then we're going to round it, right?
That's right. That's right. So We'll do 1 times 17. You were right that there will be a remainder of 3 because 20 minus 17 is 3.
Yeah.
And so, if we're going to continue to get another digit after the uh,
Then we
decimal,
make another 0
very good.
and drop it down to the 30. Well, now it's 30.
Now it's 30. That's right.
Then 17 goes into 30. Only goes in one time.
Only goes in one time. That's right.
Okay. So another 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then we put the 17 below and
Very
subtract
good.
17 from 30, which is 13.
13. Very good. And you know what? I'm partly saying this because I'm running out of room on my paper, but I think we get the idea here. So let's say that we're rounding to the nearest hundredths place, which means the nearest 2 spaces after the decimal. So what number is currently 2 spaces, or in the second space after the decimal?
Sorry, you said it's 2 numbers after the decimal.
Yeah, so meaning we've now solved for those first 3 places after the decimal point. So if I were to say let's round to the nearest hundredths place, that's going to be this place right here. So that first place to the right of the decimal point is the tenths place.
So it would just be 4.4.
Well, that's if we're rounding to the nearest tenths place. But I'm saying let's round to the nearest hundredths place, which means that we do need to look at the nearest thousandths place right here. Partly what's a little bit confusing is that there's the tens place is what's right here, but then the tenths place with a THS. Do you hear the difference? Like, what's right here, where I'm pointing right now, is the tens place spelled TENS. What's right here to the right of the decimal point is what we would call the tenths place, TENTHS. So to the right of the decimal point, there's the tenths place, the hundredths place, and the thousandths place. So if I say round to the nearest hundredth, that means that we want to give an answer that has 2 digits after the decimal point. So if we're going to do that, then
it would be 4.410.
4.41 is what it would be, because we're going to look at the thousandths place, which number is in the thousandths place?
1.
1. And so, is 1 5 and up or below 5?
Sorry, I saw Kathy's funny comment. Wait, is the number what?
So 1...
She said coming in late, but here's my late slip.
I hear That's a thing in school, that if you're late to class, but you have an excuse from another teacher because you stayed late in another class, sometimes they'll make you a tardy pass so that then you don't get marked tardy in the next class. You have a tardy pass from your previous teacher.
Oh, okay. Good
Without
to
getting
know.
too off topic there, what I'm trying to say is that because this 1 in the thousandth place is below 5, that means that if we're rounding to the nearest hundredth, this 1 is not going to round up to 2. It's going to round down and stay 1. So our answer rounded to the nearest hundredth would be 4.41. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I just didn't say, I said 4.410.
And I mean, the truth is that does work. That is...
But that's not how we're supposed to say it, right?
I mean, if I'm saying round to the nearest hundredth, that means that we just want 2 numbers after the decimal point. So if you say 410, I assume that means like 0.410, right?
Yeah.
So if you say 0.410, that's technically like 3 places after the decimal point. And the other thing is 4.41 is equal to 4.410 because remember, if you put a 0 after
it's still
after the decimal
same
point, the value doesn't change, right? All right. So that's a long division problem. when it comes to review, do you feel like you want to call it there for long division and look at a order of operations problem like we were working on yesterday, or do you feel like you
Yeah.
want to do one more long division? You want to go to order of
Let's do one
operations?
more long division and see if I can do the whole thing without you interrupting me. I'm just kidding. Without me getting it wrong.
Sure, sure. Okay, so let me think here. How about I'm gonna write one out and then I'm gonna have you do your best on it while I use the
Tina
restroom.
said,
Okay.
Tina, I'm assuming is a girl, said I'm lost in rounding up. So
We all learn at our own pace. It's all
so
good.
but the only reason I feel like I'm not lost is as long as I just know that when it's the 1,000th place, it's 4. When it's
Hmm.
100, there it would be the third. When it's the 10th, it's the second, and then ones is the last.
That's right.
Okay.
Let me write out another problem that we can work on. And
Detention for Kathy. Hey, now Kathy had a slip. Kathy had a slip.
all right. Can you say this problem out loud to me?
6,705 divided by 5.
Very good. And if we were to write that out as
We
a
would
long
write.
division problem,
We
what
would
number?
write 5. Oh, sorry. What were you saying?
Yeah. Yeah,
Oh,
I think you were answering what I was going to say. I was going to say how would we write that as a long division problem? What number would
5
come first plus five?
into 6,705.
Very good. 5 into 6,705. All right. Now I am going to use the restroom really quick, and
Okay,
then
good.
when I
And
come back,
Akila,
you can pick me up
yes,
to where you are at. Sound good?
Kathy
All
had
right.
a Kathy had a late slip.
Be right back, y'all.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to figure this out. Okay. Yeah. Okay, chat. I'm going to attempt to figure this out. All right. So 5 goes into 6 one time. 5 times 1 is 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. Oh my God. I hope I'm doing this right. I'm already scared. I'm already scared, guys. 6, 6. So then I bring down the 17. I hope it's right. 5 goes into 17 3 times. 5 times 3 is 15. So minus 15 minus 17 is 2. Then I bring down the 20. 5 goes into 20. Oh man, I think it was something wrong. We'll see. Did I do something wrong, guys? Okay, so now I bring that. Okay, 5 goes into 20, 5 times, 5, 10, 15, 20, 4 times. My brain is everywhere. Okay, 5 times 20 is 20, so that's 0. Okay, then I bring down the 5. I hope I'm doing this right. 5 goes into 5 one time. 5 times 1 is 5. 5 minus 0 is 0. Answer in your heads on your own paper and actually following along. Oh, thank you, Faded Joe. Faded Joe is following along. Okay, the only thing I don't feel good about, first of all, I'm not sure because I'm scared. But the only thing I don't feel good about is the decimal point. I don't think I put the decimal point in the right area, but I could be wrong.
So here is what I'll say, and I'll probably go ahead and just do the problem if that makes sense, and then you can
And then,
follow along and see
okay,
if
I'll see where I messed up.
because there's a trick actually to see if a number is divisible by 5. Do you know the word divisible? Do you know what I mean by that?
Like if it's able to be divided.
Yeah, by that number. So if I say that a number is divisible by 5, that means that the number 5 goes evenly into this number. So the number 10 is divisible by 5 because 10 divided by 5 is 2. Like you
Right,
can count by 5s and get to 10. The number
right,
25 is also
right.
divisible by 5 because
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. The number 23 is not divisible by 5
Right.
because number 5 doesn't evenly go into 23. So the trick, any number that ends with 5 or 0 is divisible by 5.
Yeah.
So because this number does end with 5, 6,705, 5 should evenly go into it, which means that you shouldn't
There'll
actually
be no remainder.
decimal point. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. Then I did it right because that's where I thought I did wrong. I already got it right, Queen of the Machine.
Very nice. So I'll
That
go
looks like
ahead.
a stocking
You
or a
got
weird penis.
1,341. Is that right?
Yeah,
That
1,
looks
3,
good to
4,
me.
1.
Very good. I'll go ahead and whip through that real quick and just make sure that we are on the same page there because
With
5 into 6, 5 goes into 6 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. 6 minus 5 is 1. Bring down the 7. 5 goes into 17 three times. 3 times 5 is 15. 17 minus 5 is 2. Bring down the 0. 5 goes into 20 four times. 4 times 5 is 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. Bring down the 5, and 5 goes into 5 one time. 1 times 5 is 5. 5 minus 5 is 0. So if you got 1,341, then round of
I'm a
applause for Laura
genius.
FM because you did this correct.
Woo! Wait, we need the yes. Woo!
Woo! Well done. We love to see it. Very nice.
And good job also for Faded Joe and whoever else is in the chat doing it with me and also did this. This is fantastic. I love it. Good job. Thank you, Heather. Nice, Laura. Thank you. Thank you, honey bunny. Clap, clap, clap. Okay, good. How do you feel as a teacher, Jacob?
I feel good. I feel like now you get the hang of this. That was the first time I think that I've actually walked away from the computer since we've been streaming like this. And
yes,
no, that's awesome to see that you got the right
okay,
answer.
now can you do one that is kind of harder that would have a remainder or something?
Sure. I can even just come up with some random numbers that will not come out even. Let me think. Why don't we do... All right. Let's do... 1,287 divided by 6.
Okay, it's 1,287. Six goes into how many times? It's 6 goes into 1,287.
That's right.
Okay, so 6 times 1 is 6.
Time? What was that? Can you say that again?
6 times 1. Oh, sorry. 6 goes into 1 0 times.
0 times. That's right.
6 times 0 is 0.
Oh, are you writing out the 0 times 6?
Yeah.
Remember, you can do that. Alternatively, because it's just a 0 right here, you can just continue because what we're going to end up with is just looking at 6 into 12. You can just continue and do that right here.
Okay, but I would have figured that out right now.
You would have figured that out, yeah. You'd still get the same answer.
Because that would have been like 2, 1. Okay. 6 goes into 12 then. 2 times.
2
so
times.
I still keep the 2 there, right? Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I mean the 0. 6 times 2 is 12. So I put that below here. Oh, whoops. Hold on. 6 times 2. And then, wait, so I'm sorry, I got confused. 6 times 2 is 12, and then I minus 12 from 12.
There you go. Yes,
oh, okay.
Yes.
I was like, why am I freezing?
Say the next step. Yeah. That's right.
Okay, yeah. So now is 0, and now I drop the 8.
Good.
6 goes into 8 one time.
Mm-hmm.
6 times 1 is 6. Minus 8 is 2.
8 minus 6 is 2. That's right.
Dropping the 7.
Mm-hmm.
6 goes into 27 4 times.
Good.
6 times 4 is 24.
Good.
Then that's 3.
Very good. And let's say, really quick, before we continue, that we're rounding here to the nearest tenths place. So if I say the nearest tenths, does that mean how many numbers should we ultimately have in our answer after the decimal point?
I'm confused where the decimal point would be.
Well, I guess maybe I could have waited a sec to ask that because we haven't put the decimal point yet. So
that's
now,
what I thought. Okay, so then it would go there, and then I could do remainder 3 or whatever.
We could do remainder 3. That's
or
right.
Add a 0 and keep going.
Or yeah, we could add, and before we would add the 0, what do we have to add before that?
Decimal point.
There we go. So once we get to the end of the number that we're working with for our divisor, which in this case is going to be 7, then once we have remainder down here, so we know that it's not the end of our answer, that's where we'll go ahead and put the decimal point right after the last number in the divisor, and then put what after the decimal point again?
Yeah, a 0.
A 0. Very good.
And then drop the 0 down to the 30. Well, the 3, and now it's 30.
The 3, and now it's 30. That's right.
And then 6 goes into 35 times.
Very good.
And then that's it.
Yeah, and just to check our answer, what can we still do really quick right here?
6 times 5 is 30.
6 times 5 is 30.
And then the 0. Hi, Fox.
30 minus.
Come up and say hi to everybody. Oh, you're so cute. You're so cute. You have water? Good, you got water. I don't know why you shucking my face. You're so cute. You're so proud of me. She's so proud of me. Okay, my little baby. You want to go outside? I can put you outside for a little. It might be a little colder. Yeah, it's 7 o'clock. Okay, let me just run her out really quick. 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Go.
Do what you got to do. And then what I think I'm going to do in the meantime is while we are talking about transitioning away from long division.
She is so amazing.
So now, do you feel good on long division for now? Ready to move
on? Do you think I can handle it?
I think so. I think that you're getting the hang, and we'll keep working on it, of course. But I mean, I know that last time that we worked on this, you were often forgetting once we did the subtraction, you were sometimes forgetting to drop the 0 down. And this time you pretty much remember that every time. So I mean, that's part of what it's all about is just continuing to practice. I think the more that you do it, the more that you'll be comfortable with it. And I'm definitely seeing improvement from when we started. I feel like I've seen improvement each day. Like each day you've retained a little more of what we've worked on. And yeah, it was cool that I was able to walk away from the screen for a little bit today and see you actually solve the problems correctly, even without me walking you through it. We love to see that. So now what I'm thinking is we can go ahead and transition from long division into just order of operations problems or equations where we're going to have to be paying attention to the order of operations. So first off,
but wait, Queen is saying, wait, what? 1287/6 is 214.5. Yeah, that's what we wrote.
That's what we wrote, right? Do I need to look back?
Right here, bam, 2014.5.
Yep, that's what I got too. 214.5. I know that I did have a 0 at the beginning right there, so I'm not sure if that might have been what made it confusing there. Because
I just love that they're paying attention. It's great.
No, yeah. We love to see that. So what I'm thinking now,
learning.
I can go ahead and share the same window that we were looking at yesterday, which has some of the equations that we can look at. To make
I kept getting that next is it equation? Sorry, equotants. What is
quotient? Or
No.
there's a few words. So there's
What are the
expression.
numbers
Yes.
that? What's the
Oh,
numbers that
exponents.
exponents?
Exponents.
Exponents.
That's right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah,
I was getting that mixed up with equations and some other math term. I was like, no, it has an X in it. Exponent. Okay.
So I did just queue up a. Oh, can you see me still, or am I loading like crazy right now?
Yeah. No, You're good. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
I
Nice.
have the paperwork up now.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Hi,
So
Constantine. Much love to all. Thank you. We're learning and loving.
So
Okay,
this
go
is
ahead.
what we were working on yesterday as we were wrapping up. So what I'm thinking is we can start by continuing with maybe a couple to warm up from this page. So what we see, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go ahead and copy down number 5 onto my notebook. And then I think it'll be good if we pull that sheet down. If you want to copy down number 5 too, I'd say that's what we'll work on in a sec. So
Okay,
let me
so
go ahead and
let's do
write
that
down
first.
number 5. 10 squared minus 3 squared.
10 squared. Wait, so whenever there's a uh
Power of 2.
no exponent,
Oh, yeah.
you could just say square.
When it's to the second power.
Oh yeah, power of 2.
Yeah, so anything to the power of 2, we can also say that as that number squared. So we can either say, yeah, 10 to the second power, 10 to the power of 2, or 10 squared. All of those
Okay.
mean the same thing.
Okay, because you said 10 squared. So I was gonna say 10 to the power of 2.
Yeah, yeah, that works.
Just because I sound funny to myself when I say it. Okay. 10 to the power of 2 minus 3 to the power of 2 parentheses 6 minus 3 parentheses times 2 equals. Okay. Chat, did you get that all written down?
If you've got it all written, then I'm going to go ahead and press stop sharing and then
Look, you got to read this. You got to read this out loud as you hear it.
Don't stop, get it, get it. Jacob's going to help you with it.
Don't stop, get it. Jacob's gonna help you with it.
Feel good.
Okay, here we go.
Is that what
So-
you were reading it to the tune of? Feel Good Inc.
Yeah.
from Gorillas? Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't
stop, get it. Jacob's gonna help you with it. Do, oh.
I love that. I love that. All right. So now,
Okay,
I'm
how
gonna
do
go
you
ahead and
want-
bring my paper back to the screen? So
Yes.
then we can solve it along with my paper here. So we've got.
Okay, and we'll do it together. But can I, without looking at you, do it? Can I just do it out loud, and then you can stop me, and I can look up if I might be doing something wrong?
Sure. Yeah. So do you want me to not write anything down until you
Until
tell me?
I say it. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Otherwise,
Sounds
I
good.
feel like I don't want to cheat at all. I want to know it.
Really quick, before we even start working on the problem, do you
Mhm.
remember what the acronym is for remembering the order of operations? Like
PEMS.
Say that one more time. No, sorry, I didn't mean that like to put you on the spot or.
I know I'm saying one word wrong, so I'm trying to figure it out.
Do you want to tell me the letters?
Parentheses, exponent,
Good.
multiplication, division, PEMDAS,
You're right.
addition, subtraction.
Yeah, so
Pen-
there, Queen of the Machine
No,
says.
I was no.
You can say
Yeah, but
PEMDAS.
I said it before I even saw Queen put that in the chat. I promise. I swear.
Oh yeah, I 100% believe
I was
you.
gonna
No
say
worries.
on the Bible. It's so
So
funny.
yes.
It's
And
so
what I'm
funny
gonna do-
when some, not to be funny and change the whole subject right now, but I've been learning a lot about religion and just God and like Christian beliefs and whatever, just random, like not random, but a lot of religious beliefs that all seem to be sort of similar. in some ways, like like you don't see other churches like Scientology, like
Sure,
with
yeah.
all their garbage language, but you see a lot of things that are similar to like the Bible and like whatever, like. And so when there's like friends of mine that I love dearly, so they totally know I'm just being a funny human. Um, I always say like if I need to know if they're trying to joke or anything, if they're trying to like trick me or something, if I really don't want them to joke or anything, I'm like on the Bible, and they're like, and I catch them every time, and I just think it's so great. Uh,
Nice.
sorry, it made me
All
laugh
right.
earlier.
So you did get
Okay.
the steps correct. It's parentheses,
Okay, yeah,
exponents,
PEMDAS.
multiplication, division, addition,
PEMDAS.
subtraction. I would generally say PEMDAS for please excuse my dear Aunt Sally.
Yes, please
But
excuse. Oh, wait, why, my dear? You see, it's spelt wrong.
the M in my comes from multiplication.
Yeah, but this
So
says PEDMAS.
so yeah, Queen of the Machines did reverse the D and the M, but
Oh, it's
actually,
PEMDAS. So
yeah,
I was right originally.
you were right. You were right. I did, when I said say that one more time, I didn't mean like you're wrong. I just was like, wait, can you say that one more time just so that I can make sure we're on the same page here? But
Probably
the
did
thing
say
that
it
I was
wrong the
gonna
first time.
say, the thing
Rewind
that I
the
wa-
tape.
the other thing that I was gonna say though is actually with D and M, multiplication, division and multiplication, multiplication, division, the way that I wrote it here, we talked about this a little bit yesterday, and I wanted to review it really quick before we start working on the problem. Uh, Multiplication and division essentially get the same precedence within the order of operations, meaning that after you work on parentheses, work on exponents, then multiplication and division will be looked at the same time. And if you remember, we'll look at it from left to right. So that doesn't necessarily mean that we're always going to do all of the multiplication before all of the division. If we have
Correct.
division that appears to the left of the multiplication, then we'll do that first
Wait,
because
are
it's
you
left to
giving
right.
me reminder tips?
Yes, yes.
I don't want them. I wanted to do it at my brain. No, you're very sweet. Okay, let me just do
Yeah.
it. That's why because I think I remember, like I said in my, when you were teaching me and it clicked, I was like, oh, it's like a dance, which means it's dancers. Like these dancers go first, and then you do these, and then this, and then the whole thing will work out. I think
There
I
you
said
go.
it'll crochet out together. But so yeah, I just want to do that and then and see how not fast I can get through this, but like maybe I can show you where I'm at and you'll be like, "Oh, we need to do harder for her or something." We'll see.
All
Okay,
right.
so
So what is the
PEMDAS,
thing you're gonna? Yes, yes. Go ahead.
PEMDAS. Okay, so always parentheses first. Wow, this is interesting. Okay. So I'm going to be doing the 6 minus 3.
Good.
So that would be I'm going to put 3 here. Oh yeah, I'll do it how you're doing it. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah. So you generally are gonna still want to copy down the rest of the problem so that as you're working step by step, our next step we're gonna copy down the rest of what's still up there, and then the first thing that we will change is gonna be solving what's in the parentheses. So yes, yes,
Okay.
that
So
is what I would
you
recommend.
always is that like all people do that or you're just how
That's how
you do
it's generally taught
it?
because
Do all people do that, Jacob? Or is
remember,
that just you?
different learners might do things differently, but this is how it was
I'm
taught
totally
to me,
kidding.
and this is how it'll generally be taught. So yeah,
Okay, okay,
six
okay.
minus
So
three, you did
I
say the
was
correct
just gonna
answer.
put 6 minus 3 with the parentheses, but I shouldn't do that.
When you're just copying down step one of the problem so that you have the problem written out as it starts, I would do that. But
But right now
then
we're doing this.
once you're on step two, 6 minus 3 equals what?
Okay, so wait, let me write it out how you
Sure.
did because I
Yeah, yeah.
didn't. Hold on, I'm getting confused as to why I need to write the 10 square and 3 square first.
Well, okay, so this,
It feels like it's already
what's
written
there,
down. I need to do what I'm working on.
I hear what you're saying, but what's here? So I'm covering up everything after step one right now. So step one
Correct.
is just what's here right now.
Right.
Because we're working on parentheses first, you might be able to do multiple steps in your head once we've done a lot of this, but when we're still new to working on equations where we have to pay attention to the order of operations, it's generally taught, and I think it is just kind of generally best practice to work the steps in order. And so for each step, we're only going to solve whatever it is that we're focusing on for that step, and then we'll recopy the rest of the problem. So what we start with is 10 squared minus 3 squared times, in parentheses, 6 minus 3, and parentheses, times 2. Because step one in PEMDAS is P for parentheses, the first thing that we're going to do is solve what's in the parentheses, which in this
Right.
case is 6 minus 3. So
Right.
everything else I'm just going to copy down as is. So I'm going to
No,
write
I know. For my brain, I feel like it scares me to write 10 square and minus 3 square when I could just write I'm working on the parent. In my mind, I'll know PEMDAS. I'll know, okay, I'm at first line is the thing. Second line is the PEMDAS, is P. Is that bad? Am I being a bad student and rejecting?
So if you were to do that, it sounds like what you're saying is you would just write 3 right here. I do think you
No,
would
no, no.
put
I
S-
would just write 6 minus 3 below the 10 power to the 2 and minus 3 power to the 2. I would do it below that and just put 6 minus 3 equals 3. And then I would go to the 10 square and minus the 3 square.
So you could do that. The thing is, then if you're looking back at your work and trying to follow what you had done, like
Yeah.
and to view this back earlier, it
Mhm.
might be a little bit difficult to follow because it might be difficult to see how you got from step 1 to step 2 when you're like solving multiple steps at a time. If you do it this way, where each line represents just one step, then it might be easier looking back at this in the future to see what you did exactly on each step, and it'll be just easier to look at each problem and see step by step how to solve it. Does that make sense?
Kind of. It
So,
does, but in my head, it feels like it would be like, okay, the problem, and then PEMDAS. I would just do PEMDAS. Like I would just do, like, if anything, I would put P, and then I would put, because I'm doing parentheses, I would do P, and then I would just do 6 minus 3. And then the next step would be equation. So I'd do 10, 2 minus 10 plus 10. I'd write that out. I don't know. Am I being a bad girl? Not doing it right, Jacob?
it's totally possible that you could arrive at the correct answer doing it this way. I'm going to go ahead and keep writing it out the way that I'm writing it out, and my recommendation would be that you do it like this, just because, like I was saying, I think it'll be
Okay, I'm
easier
gonna
to
do it
follow.
your way. I'm gonna do it.
Sounds
I
good.
just feel like it might be messing up my thinking of it. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna write this out. 10. And for now I'll just put the P so I know for myself what I'm doing.
Sure, yeah. So
10 minus 3, but we're not doing that yet. 3
10
squared.
squared. Don't forget
Okay,
that.
so
Oh, yeah.
yeah. 10 square and minus 3, 2. So now I'm doing so 6 minus so I'm putting 3. You're just going to put 3 then after
I'm just going to put 3.
in
That's right.
parentheses, or no, you're just
We
leaving
actually
it
don't
like
need
that.
to at this point. I mean, you could and it wouldn't change the value, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the parentheses for now. We can go ahead and just have that there as 3 now.
Okay, I
It's just a
see. Now I
statement.
see what you mean because then you can see the problem. You can see, yeah, okay.
So
Okay.
now we've
Okay.
solved all the parentheses. So now I'll just copy down the rest of the problem. Is just going to put times 2. So now we've done all the parentheses. There's no more parentheses in the problem. So now we can look at our next step, which is what's after P in PEMDAS?
Exponent.
Exponents. Very good. So what's our first exponent that we see? How are we going to solve that one?
10 from the left to the right. So 10, we're going to do 10 times 10, which
10 times
is
10. Mm-hmm.
100.
Which is 100. Very good.
And so that would
100.
be 100, and then 3 times 3 would be 9.
Good.
So it would be 100 minus 9.
Good. Mm-hmm. And then we'll copy down the rest. So times 3 times 2. Now,
Hold on.
what are we going to do next?
You're writing way faster than me, I think.
Oh, yeah. Go ahead. No worries.
Times 3 times 2. Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. And then 100, that's 100. Then the other one was 9, so minus 9. And then then it says times 2. So wait, so 100 minus 9 is 80, sorry, it is 91.
Well, it is, but before we get there, what
Oh
is the
wait,
next
sorry, yeah.
step in
Sorry,
PEMDAS?
yeah. Okay. Okay, um so that was 100 minus 9. So that's 91 is the answer to that, but
We're not going to
no,
write 91 though, because do you have this on your paper right now? 100 minus 9 times 3 times 2?
just the 100 minus 9.
So go ahead and finish writing out the rest of the problem. 100 minus 9 times 3 times 2. Yeah,
Okay,
you are going to
times.
want to go ahead
Oh,
and
I see, because I've already figured out the 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 number. I've already figured out the the equation in the parentheses.
yeah, go ahead. Tell me what you're thinking.
No, nothing. Okay, so sorry, times 3, because that is what we came up with, minus 3. Okay, so times 3, and then the end result is times 2.
That's what we'll have at the end of that line
Okay.
there.
Okay, so now the next thing to do is parentheses, equations, and then multiplication. So we needed times 91 times 3.
Now, we're not going to do 91 because if we do, you got 91 from subtracting 100 minus 9, right?
Yeah.
That means that you did subtraction before multiplication, which would give us a different answer than what we want. So if we're following PEMDAS, we've done parentheses, we did exponents, now we want to do the multiplication
Multiplication.
before we get to the subtraction. Does that make sense?
Yes, interesting. So I do the top numbers first, but I don't finish solving the problem until I do the multiplication.
Well, this is the thing about solving the problem is that we've got to go in this order. So it's
Right,
parentheses and then
right.
exponents,
That's what
and
I
then
mean. That's
yeah,
so I do the multiplication after. I mean, I do
yeah.
it.
We do the multiplication before we do any subtraction. So that subtract, even though we see that
Whoa.
subtraction sign at the beginning right there, we're not going to subtract anything until we've done the multiplication that's right here. You
Okay.
see?
Yeah.
All right, so what's the next thing that we're going to do right here? If we have 100 minus 9 times 3 times 2, what's the next thing that we're going to do?
So the next thing we're going to do is exponent. And then we're going to multiply.
Good.
So we're going to multiply 91. No, we didn't minus that yet. We're not doing that. Okay.
No. Yeah, we're not doing that.
So what am I multiplying?
So we're multiplying negative 9 times 3. So what is 9 times 3? Or negative 9 times 3, depending on how you want to think of it there.
Oh, so I'm literally just only doing the exponent. Exponent. I'm literally doing that, just coming up with what that means. Then I go to the multiplication of times 2.
First, before we 2 times 2, if we're working from left to right, we're first going to do 9 times 3. Then we'll do that answer times 2. Then we'll come to the subtraction. Because subtraction, looking back at the PEMDAS steps, is going to come after we're done with multiplication and division. So, did that make sense?
Yeah, I messed up the very first one. I didn't put a multiplication sign. Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now I'm doing times 3. Okay, so yeah, now I get it. Now I'm back on track. I literally didn't have the multiplication x right after the 3 square.
Okay, gotcha.
The 3 to the power to the 2. I didn't have my multiplication there, so I didn't know I needed to times the 3.
Now you
You
know.
know? Okay, so
So
I need a times 91 by 3.
no, we're not doing 91. Remember, we haven't
Or
subtracted
9,
yet.
only 9.
Only 9. That's right. That's right. So what's 9 times 3?
Wait, I'm confused. Why wouldn't I subtract the 100?
Because that's subtraction, and subtraction is the last step in PEMDAS. We haven't done all our multiplication yet. So we've already done our parentheses and our exponents. Our next step in PEMDAS is multiplication and division, which means that
Whoa.
we're going to do all of the multiplication that we see here, which is going to be at least twice, before we do subtraction.
Okay. And the only reason I subtracted before that was because they were in the parentheses.
Because it was in the parentheses. That's right.
Okay. 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 So that kind of threw me off. Okay. So 9 times 3 is 27.
27. Very good. So below the step that we wrote most recently, I'm going to go ahead and write 100 minus 27 times 2.
Times 2, right? That's still. So then I would do. So what I do 27 times 2?
Good. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the 100, I'll just copy down.
Okay.
Minus, and then yes, what is 27 times 2?
Minus, that's 14 for 54.
That's correct.
So minus 54.
Very good. What is 100 minus 54?
I could do that in my head. 46.
Very good. So 46 is our final answer there. Put a box there. Well done. So then, if you wanted to...
That's the final answer. Okay, hold on, because I already did. There was no addition. That's why.
That's right. Yeah, for this one.
I was like, wait, we skipped the letter.
Yeah,
I see. So that's why you keep writing the answer so that you know which things you've solved, and then you could go back.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Wow.
Now,
weird.
I did queue up the worksheet again. If you want to go ahead and look at the next problem, because do you feel like it would be a good idea to do some more?
Yeah, another one. Even though it was hard, yes.
Sounds good. The next one.
So should we just do 6?
Yeah, I think that'll be a good idea. So for number 6, I'll go ahead and write that down as well. Let me get a new page up in my notebook for that one. 10 times and then in parentheses 5 plus 3 plus 7.
10 times parentheses 5
minus
plus 3
parentheses 6 plus 2
minus
and parentheses squared.
6 plus 2 outside the parentheses square plus 3, right? Equals. Okay. Is that right? Plus 2 outside equals. Oh, I totally added the plus 3. Okay.
Did you get it all down?
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So first, we're going to start with.
Yeah, if you've got the whole thing written down, then I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen so that we can see what's on my paper a little bit bigger again. And yeah, you want to go ahead and continue with what you were starting to say there?
Yes. Hi, Lindsay.
Hi, Lindsay.
Dude, seriously, isn't it nicer to be in a chat where we're learning and loving? Okay. Lindsay, did you have to go through all this fucking learning and teaching all this math shit? Okay, anyway, sidetracked. Now I'm just talking to students. Chat's part of the class when they're in chat. You know, it's then the teacher can be like, "Hey, stop talking to the students." Okay, so here we go.
Demerits.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
detentions, and if you're coming in late, you better have a freaking late slip from
Tardy
another
pass,
teacher.
yep.
Yeah.
All right. You want to tell
Okay,
me?
Lindsay,
what we're
this
gonna
is
do?
super exciting. Yeah. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to look at my PEMDAS chart.
Very good.
I feel like Einstein a little when he's like, I bet you like, I just can't believe somebody had put all this shit together. Or I guess people probably. Okay.
A lot of history and math.
Okay, so I'm going to try to attempt to do this problem by myself. Okay, so first parentheses.
Good.
And it goes from left to right. So I'm assuming I would start with the 5 plus 3 plus 7.
Yeah, so what's 5 plus 3 plus 7?
Is 15.
Good. So on the next line here, I'm going to go ahead and copy down what's outside the parentheses to just keep that moving down. So 10 times, and then you're correct. 5 plus 3 plus 7 is 15. So
Yeah.
I'll write 15.
So I just write 15. Okay. Oh, whoops. I put parentheses. I put them in the parentheses, so I know what that
That's
means.
actually okay. If
Okay.
there are still parentheses there, you're still going to get the correct answer. It doesn't change the value, but now that
I'm just saying for myself that it's the math that I did in the parentheses.
I hear you. No, that
fine?
makes sense.
I won't
That's
get in trouble for paperwork math, right?
No, yeah.
Your paperwork was wrong, but your answer was right. I bet you they do test that. Okay. 10 times. Okay, yeah, but I'm not writing that. Okay, so 15. 5 plus 3 plus 7 equals 15. So I put those in the parentheses. And the next thing I would be doing, correct?
Next, you're right so far. So yeah, what were you about to say?
Would be going to the parentheses in the right.
Yeah, so what's over there?
6 plus 2 is 8.
Good.
So I'm going to write down here 10 times 15.
Good.
Minus 8.
Minus 8. And then did you copy down that exponent in the top right corner of the second set of parentheses?
Yes. So minus 8 for now.
Squared.
Wait, what?
Did you get down that 2 in the exponent for?
Yeah, but that would have to be. It would have to be 8 times 8.
That's correct. So for right now, since we're just doing parentheses for step 1,
because it's outside. That's why I didn't do anything. That's why I didn't.
You're still gonna need to write it there. You like when you're recopying the problem. If there's an exponent in step 1, you'll want to make sure that that exponent does carry down to step 2. So it should.
So like I did it. That's what I was talking about when I said, "Is it okay if I where's?"
Oh yeah, you do still have it there. I still see the 2 there.
Yeah, but I just have it in the. I kept the parentheses
have
on
it in
the
the
8, so I
parentheses?
remember that it's outside parentheses, so that it's the next step.
Yeah,
Right?
good. That's good.
Okay.
That's good. You're doing it right.
Okay, so then 10. Okay, so yeah, plus 8, and then outside plus 2. So actually, that's the next thing. Exponent is the next thing.
Good. Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna do 10 times 15 minus 16.
Well, 16 would be 8 times 2. But 8 to the second power doesn't mean 8 times 2. It means 8 times
8.
Good. What's
16.
8 times 8? That's 8 plus 8.
Oh,
or
8 times 8. Jesus, I really need to know my times. Okay, so 8 times 8 is 56, I think.
That's 8 times 7.
48.
So one more 8. One more 8 above
64.
64 is correct. Good.
See, these flashcards are going to come in handy.
Yep.
Okay, so it would be 15 minus 64.
What comes first? Multiplication or subtraction?
Oh, shit. Okay, stay focused on it. Okay, so I'm just going to write it. Right now, I'm just writing it. Oh, duh, you did it. See, I didn't need to look. All right, so I'm writing 64. Okay, so now we did that. 8 outside the 2 equals. Okay. So are
So
you
what
ready?
are we yeah, what are we gonna do next?
We're going to do exponent. We did exponent. Now we're going to do multiplication. We're going to do 10 times 15.
That's right. And I don't know, I can't recall if we've talked about this yet, but there is a trick for multiplying or dividing anything by 10. Do you know the trick?
Sorry, what was the question? Sorry, what was the trick?
So anytime you're multiplying any number by 10,
Yeah.
there's a trick to figure out the answer really quick. Do you know what the trick is?
You just add a 0.
Good. You do know. Very nice. So what's 10 times 15?
150.
Very good.
Okay, 10 times 15 is 150. So we're writing that. Ew, get away. 10 times 15 is 1. Is that right?
So I'm just writing in the next step. I'm
Oh,
solving
whoops.
that step of
Sorry.
10 times 15. So
Yeah,
now
so 150. I should just write 150 or it's going to confuse me. Like I have to do it again. Okay. 150 and then multiplication. Whew, is there any
and then
more
I'm just copying down the rest
multiplication?
of the problem. So minus 64. And so now we should just have one more step in this problem. What's
Yeah.
that last step going to be?
And hold on. So 64 minus 150.
Other way around.
Sorry.
150 minus 64.
Whatever. But I was right?
You got the numbers right. That's right.
I am subtracting 64 from 150.
There you go. Very nice.
Okay. So that is 6. That is 14. That is 8. So 86.
86 is the correct answer. Very good
God, I'm
job.
so good. I need to make a square.
You're getting the hang of it.
Okay, but I did need some help there. But that was pretty good that okay, so I just need to remember to follow the PEMDAS. Don't do anything until all exponents, all multiplication. And don't do subtraction when multiplication hasn't been done, even if it seems like the next thing to do.
That's right. Do you want to go ahead and keep working through this worksheet for right now, since this is still a little bit of a newer
I
concept?
feel like, unless is there some other big concept like PEMDAS or something that I need to learn with all
I think
this?
that this will be good for us to continue practicing. So we just kind of got started with the worksheet on this yesterday. So I think it would be good for us to just continue working through these problems for now. And then maybe once we've done a couple more of these and you feel a little bit more comfortable with it, then we can come back to the study guide that we've been looking at and look at the next couple of sample problems. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Sounds good. So we just did number 6. So now you want to take a look at number 7.
'Cause I'm the queen of the now. The queen of the now. Oh,
Yeah, nice, that's right.
you got a problem with the way that I am, honey. You know, the first time I heard that song and was like blown away by it for some reason, and then I watched it like not that long ago on VHS, The Bodyguard. And I was like, this movie is not as good as I thought it was. But at the time, I thought it was like the best movie in the world. And because I was a cadet, probably sneaking.
Wow.
I was like sneaking to watch the VHS in the executive lounge. But when she was up on that stage and she was like, and I felt like she was singing to Kevin Costner, like, or
Whitney
whatever his
Houston?
name. Yeah, I felt like she was singing to him, like, you got a problem with the way that I am, honey. You say I'm trouble and I don't give a damn, because when I'm bad, I'm good. It's so great. I was so obsessed with that scene. I was like, yeah, I
You
just
know,
couldn't believe that somebody so in love could be so like, oh boy, this is the way I am. I don't know. Anyways,
and
I
that
also,
movie, I've never seen that movie, but that's the same movie that song, I Got Nothing, or I Have
yeah,
Nothing.
yeah, the
Some
bodyguard.
people want it all, but I
Nope,
don't want nothing at all.
that's wrong.
No, no, no,
That's
no, no.
wrong.
That's Alicia Keys. That's wrong. That's wrong.
Yes,
What
it's
is I Have
totally
Nothing?
wrong.
Don't let me close one more door. I don't wanna hurt
Well, the
anymore.
chorus is,
In
I
my
have nothing.
arms, if you dare, or must I
I
imagine you
imagine you
there?
there. Don't walk
Walk
away
away
from
from
me.
me. We can't
Don't you
sing on.
dare walk away from me. I know it's
If we
cutting
were
our
in
mics out.
person, we'd be like harmonizing and getting all into it. But when we've got the
Amazing,
video
yeah.
chat, internet delay,
Oh, it's the
hard to
most
actually sing in
idiotic thing ever. They're like, look at these nerds doing math and attempting to sing Whitney Houston.
Yeah, and getting Whitney Houston confused with Alicia Keys on my part.
Both, that is.
Indeed. All right. I did write out this problem now. Did you finish copying down number 7?
No.
No? Okay, why don't you go ahead and finish copying down number 7, and then I will stop sharing my screen so that we can take a look at number 7 with the text a little bit bigger on my paper.
Okay, hold on. Number 7. 5-3 minus C 13.
Looks like we've got some Whitney Houston fans in the chat. A8 says I was a big Whitney fan as a kid.
Yep. Oh
Nah,
my goodness. Like, I can't even tell you.
I don't really need to look very much further. I don't want to have to go where you won't follow. I won't hold it back again. This passion inside can't run from myself. There's nowhere to
Nowhere to
hide. Don't let me close one more
You
door.
don't make me for my love. I don't want to hurt.
I don't know if I'm gonna all the words, but probably well enough I can mumble through it. Have you seen the movie School of Rock?
Suggestion: don't try to sing Whitney Houston when you just took a nice little vape of weed.
Yeah, I'm sure that'll be real helpful for you doing order of operations equations.
Believe it or not, it does help me.
Nice. Have you seen
All
the
right.
movie School of Rock with Jack Black? Really quick, and then we'll get back to
Yes.
I just thinking of Whitney Houston makes me think of that movie because there's a scene in that movie where so he's a substitute teacher, right? And he's like being fraudulent. He's pretending to be somebody that he's not, and he's not credentialed to teach, but he's still being brought in as a sub. He sits down with all of the teachers at lunch and they ask him about his perspectives on educational philosophy. Like it's this super deep question. And he just says, well, I believe that children are our future. Let them in and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty. And he's just saying the words to Whitney Houston's song, The Greatest Love of All. And then somebody even says, like, isn't that a song? He's like, no, mm-mm. But he's just using Whitney Houston lyrics. I can't, just because
I
we're
love
doing
that.
like schoolwork, because we're doing schoolwork right now and talking about Whitney Houston, I can't help but think of that moment in School of Rock.
And you're like the cool rock teacher.
Oh yeah, that's right. What's his
You
name?
are.
Mr. Schneebly?
I don't remember, but I do remember. I do know that, like, because that came out, not too long
2003.
ago.
Oh, I was
Compared to
I was a little child, not even in kindergarten yet. That movie was in 2003 when I was 4 years old. I'm
and
young.
so people don't realize this, but Jacob's like half my age. Do you guys not realize that? I'm
a little more than
40.
half. I'm
I'm
26.
40.
Yeah, I'm 26. 26
Okay.
times 2 is 52. So if you were 52, then you'd be double my age. You're not quite double my age.
Okay, but like being 10 or even 13 or 15 years older in terms of movies and viewing things could feel fresher in your mind, like School of Rock, where that was just I remember I was dating this musician guy at the time, and I was like really obsessed with him, not in like a healthy way. And he had been like working with him or doing music with him or something, and I just thought like, I wonder if Jack Black will see what a douchebag this guy is. Isn't that fucked up? But this is after I realized I wasn't as obsessed as I was anymore with him. Once you have a weird obsession with somebody and then you get over it, it actually goes on the person who's like been like mentally abusive or controlling or allowing that weird obsession or creating it. Like it goes on them, because for me, I'm always like, ew, what a pathetic loser to like be like controlling me like that. You know exactly what you're doing, you know? So it always ends up being your game, guys. Don't fuck it up. It's on you. Anyways, wow, we're totally getting sidetracked right now.
That's okay. That's what it's all about. We're having a good time here. Keeping it light.
Love Jack Black. Love that movie. I'm going to watch it again because I haven't seen it in a while. And it'll be nice to see it in a new unit of time when I'm not thinking negative things about, some ex or whatever. And I'm talking about not gross toxic. I'm talking about an ex from like fucking 15 years ago.
Yeah,
I figured. Okay, good. I don't want anybody to ever think that I was relating anybody. Like literally that person is the worst person I've ever been with. So never am I ever talking about him when it's something good about music ever. Okay, that's enough, Laura. Let's get back into your class. My math brain is hungry. Okay, so number 7. I have it all.
Number 7. Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mr. Harkey.
Nice. So I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing my screen. So now we can see my paper a little bit bigger. So we have 5 to the third power minus, begin parentheses, 13 plus 5 minus 12, end parentheses. Outside of the parentheses, we're going to have the exponent raised to the power of 2, divided by 3.
Why can't you just say exponent 2?
I could have said that. I made it a little bit confusing, I think, because when the
I'm really weirded out by this power. It's like power to the people. You know what it reminds me of? That 80s thing. You remind me of the Babe. What Babe? Babe of the power. What power? Power of voodoo. Who do you do? Remind me of the Babe. What Babe? Babe of the power. Power of the voodoo. I don't know. Like the power. I just don't understand why. What the fuck? What genius came up with power as the word for that?
It's a good question. I actually don't know who it is.
Does it have anything to do with like, it doesn't matter what that 5 is on your paper right there, because the 3 has the power of the command. It's telling you, bitch, little 5, what you're going to do. You're no longer a 5 because the power is in the 3.
You could think of it that way. Why not?
The voodoo, the power. Okay. Whatever, guys. I know Chad agrees with me. It's hilarious. Every time he says it, right? Go. If you were raised in a cult like I was, and you're hearing Jacob, your friend teacher, be like, power to the 3, power. It's like I can't take it seriously. But I have to. So it's funny.
We certainly come across some funny terms here and there in academia.
Oh my God. And express yourself? Or, how would you express? Anyways, they were just being funny. Okay, so here we go. So should I read it to you?
Sure. Go ahead and do that. Why not? Sorry, dropped my pen. All right, go for it.
No, I just love that Queen is leaving, and I just love you. Thank you. She said, I have to go. I know no one knows me because I don't usually say anything at all ever, but I'm so proud of you, Laura, for exposing yourself while improving yourself in this way. Ped mas, lol. Love you, darling. You're amazing. Good night. Love you, honey. The concept of power in the math was first used by, who's that? I don't even know how to say that. I was going to say Euclid.
That would be Euclid, but I
Euclid.
actually don't know if I know
Squares of
who.
numbers with later formalizations of exponents by mathematicians like Michael Stifel. Do you know who Michael Stifel is?
I don't,
Oh,
but
we got a queen machine of data in here. Oh, okay, love you, queen. Well, I have this for the record, so now I'm gonna go back and so just so you know, Jacob, I've reviewed the last part three, the last part two, part one when we first started. I've
uh-huh.
reviewed those on double speed, like twice in the last like couple days. So
Nice. That's
I'm
awesome.
definitely it's part of what's helping me remember like, oh, the exponent needs to be I was like, oh, what am I having trouble with? Okay, I'm having trouble with explaining or saying what exponent is. I was like, what is it called? That thing in the corner? Anyway, so I really love this. So thank you. Thank you, Queen. You're amazing. Queen of the Machines. You're awesome. Good night. Love ya. And you'll have to catch up and see if I finish my work well. Okay, so I was gonna say that I feel like I should read you the problem how you read it to me so that my mind and my speaking of mathematics actually also gets better because not no offense, you're the teacher, but you're the one saying like 5 to the power, and so I need to get used to saying it without laughing, first of all.
Sure, yeah,
Um,
yeah, go for it.
and it's good for me to read it all out, I think. I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, no, it's a good idea. Yeah, let's
Okay, cool.
hear what you got.
Okay, so number seven, we're doing number seven, and it's 5 to the power of 3 minus parentheses 13 plus 15 minus 12
Plus 5
parentheses
minus 12. Did you write
13
13 plus
plus
15?
5. Sorry, did I say 15?
Yeah, but that's okay.
Oh, weird. Maybe I was trying to add it or something. Okay, so yeah, I in parentheses I put 13 plus 15 minus 12.
So yeah, it should be 13 plus 5 minus 12.
Sorry, I keep saying 15. I swear to God, I wrote 5. This is why I'm
Nice.
saying my brain needs to learn to speak with my head and my mouth.
You're
Okay.
good. You're good.
Okay, so yes, I did it right. Parentheses 13 plus 5 minus 12, 2 power to the 2.
Yeah, n
So would I
parentheses
just
and
say
second
n
power.
parentheses? Okay, so n parentheses power to the 2 plus 3. Are you laughing
Divided by
at
3.
me? Are you
Divided by
laughing
3.
at? Oh, it is divided by 3?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
I don't have that. I had plus. Okay, good. Good to know. Divided by 3. Are you laughing at me now saying power to the 2? And parentheses power to the 2.
Makes
I
me
sound like
smile.
my mom or something. It's so weird. Okay. Okay, so was that right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
5 to
So
the power of 3 minus start parentheses 13 plus 5 minus 12 end parentheses power to the 2 divided by 3 equals.
good. Awesome.
I sound crazy, but I love it because I
You're a math
understand it.
scholar. We're talking math
I
terminology.
know. I'm so weird. I feel like I really want to. I feel like some weird songs are going to come out of this.
I'd
Okay,
love it if they
let's finish.
did. So, what
You
are
can
we
be helping me make them.
We could. We sure could. So, what are we going to want to do first here?
All right, so PEMDAS. I'm also always writing PEMDAS on the top of my, which I will do when I'm taking the test,
That's me.
just for goodness sake.
No, yeah, you'll have scratch paper where you can write anything that you need to help
PEMDAS that I'm
you.
like,
And
pay
yeah,
attention,
yeah, if that
remember
helps
this.
you do
Yeah,
that, totally, you should.
I'll have like sneakily write like a multiplication board really quick, so I can just like. I'm like, I learned all the tricks. Oh, can I show you a trick? I don't know if you know this.
Mm-hmm.
You probably do because you're a teacher. But for chat and for kids or anybody watching this, one thing I remembered when I was gardening, when I was literally watering my garden this morning, being grateful for you and everybody, I was like, wait, I remember a cadet teaching me how to sneak nines on multiplications with your hands. Do you know? Have you ever heard of that?
Oh, where it's like
You already know.
9-0 and then 8-1 and then 7-2,
No,
or going
no,
back up. Like it's
no,
always the
no,
number
no,
always
no,
add up to
no.
9. Okay,
Wrong.
good. Tell me,
No.
tell me.
I'm so glad you don't know this because the moment I said hands, I thought you were going to know. It's a cheat thing, but it also helps my brain learn it faster.
Yeah.
Nine,
Let's hear it.
tell me 9 times, just for small nines, like 9 times 8, right? 9 times 8, put the number
72.
down or nine, put the number down on your finger hand and look
Like,
at, look,
okay.
no. And look at 72. Isn't
Uh-huh.
that crazy? 9 times 4. You put the 4 down on your finger hand.
Oh, I
It's
see.
36. Nine
Ah,
times 9 times 7. Boom. You put the 7 down where, like, if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 9 times 3, 27. 9 times 6, 54. Isn't that crazy?
that is cool. I haven't actually
And
seen
so
it
at least I
printed
know,
before.
yeah, at least I know like a hand chart physically where and then because I was like, I'm good at fives and I'm pretty good at twos. So like if I could be easily good at other things, so I was like nines. Oh, I at least have this trick so I can do quick things in the tens. Like, 9 times 7, I could be like, oh, or 9 times 8, I could be like, oh, okay, 72. So 9 times 10, or sorry, 9 times 100. Like it just makes it big for bigger numbers. I could be like, oh, that's 720, you know?
Yeah, no,
And I
totally.
just thought that gardening, and I was sitting there going, wait, does that still work? And then I don't know why I'm all giddy about it, but
No,
is
that's super
everybody
cool.
doing this in the chat? I want people to realize what I'm talking about. You
No,
can
yeah.
literally put up your hands, and if you're looking at your hands and you do like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you
Hmm.
put down the number you're trying to multiply when you're doing nines, then so you do it, Jacob.
Okay, so you're saying like if we were to do 9 times 2, then I'd put down my second hand, my second finger,
And
excuse me, and then we'd have
it would be 18.
8. Yeah,
One
because
eight,
we'd have one
exactly.
8. Whereas if we were to do 9 times 3, I'd put down my third finger, and so then we'd have 2, 7
27.
for
Yeah.
27. So
Yeah, sorry.
actually,
Yeah,
yeah, no, you're right.
27.
Do you
Isn't
want
that
to go
crazy?
ahead and can you share I just queued up a window to be shared because then I can
Yeah.
show you a way that I'll help my students with it too. So this is a hundreds chart, which sometimes my students will have access to a hundreds chart like this as an accommodation for when they're doing their math tests. And so on the hundreds chart, can you see my mouse on the screen? Like if I'm moving my
Yeah, yeah.
cursor, you can see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So
If I zoom in, I
basically,
definitely
when
can
I'm
see it.
showing my students how to use a hundreds chart when they're working on their times tables or when they're working on multiplication, obviously for tens, it's really easy because you just have to go straight down. So 10, 20, 30,
20,
40.
30. Right.
For each successive 10, they're just moving one down on the chart. For nines, adding 9 is the same as just adding 10 minus 1. So you can use the hundreds chart and just go diagonally. And so all of these numbers from 9 to 81, the numbers add up to 9. So 9 is just a one digit number, it's 9. 18, 1 plus 8 is 9. 27, 2 plus 7 is 9. 36, 3 plus 6 is 9. So if you're counting by nines, you
Wait,
can
wait,
just
wait.
follow this track diagonally. What was that?
Oh, you were going diagonal.
Yeah, so
I
9,
was like, where are you
18,
going? Oh, whoa,
27,
weird.
36, 45,
45,
fifty.
54. Wow. What the hell?
That's great.
Whoa. But so it also
Then
does, this is a like a multiplication chart.
yeah, or we would call this a hundreds chart typically. I could also, do you
Oh,
want me to
okay.
also find a multiplication table so you can
Well,
see
just
like,
because if we have it for the record, we have it for whoever's watching, they'll know like, okay, this is what did you call this? A table chart?
I just called this a hundreds chart. Typically, we would
Hundreds
refer
chart.
to when it's just the numbers here, we'd call it a hundreds chart. But then one thing, if I want to pull up a multiplication table, one sec, I am trying to like search for it as I'm as
So
I'm
wait,
talking about
so
it. I'm trying to
whoa,
speed up the
wait.
news.
So if I say like 3 times 3 is 12, right?
3 times 3 is 9.
Sorry, okay, never mind. I was thinking on the chart that I could go, you can't see, but I'm pointing at the thing. I was thinking how you said you could go diagonal. I was thinking I could go diagonal this way 3 times. That's why I was like, 3 times 3 is 12? No, that doesn't make
So
sense.
not on this one, but you
3
know what?
times 4.
Let me share another tab. I just queued up a different. Can you see this tab now? Oh,
Yeah.
and actually, can I make that bigger? Or can I
Yeah,
zoom
you could zoom
in?
in. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Perfect.
if you can see that one now, this just has another row and another column, so that here you can actually use it as a multiplication table where you can, like, say you did want to say 3 times 3. So you'd find 3 in your rows and come down to where you're also in the 3 in columns, and that will bring you to, or excuse me, I mixed up rows and columns, but still, that'll bring you to 9. If you wanted
Right.
to do, say, 6 times 4, then you could come to 6 up here, come down to our 4s row, and then you'll see that it's 24. So this is
You're
a
on
multiple.
4, honey, but yes.
Yeah, so I was 6 up. I
No,
said
you
6
were
times
on.
4.
Oh, well, I was going to 6 down here times 4.
Same thing. You'll get the same answer. So 6 times 4, that would
That's
be here, is
wild.
24. So that's a thing that is the case with multiplication and addition, and it's not the case with division and subtraction. So excuse me, yeah, multiplication and addition, you'll get the same answer regardless of the order of the numbers, whereas subtraction and division, the numbers have to be in order. So for example, 4 times 6 equals 6 times 4.
Right.
But and same thing with addition, in that 4 plus 6 equals 6 plus 4. But
Yeah.
then when we're doing division, like if we were to say 6 divided by 4, that's going to give us a totally different value than 4 divided by 6. So
Yeah.
for multiplication and addition, the order of our numbers does not matter as much. Division and subtraction, it does.
Cool. Okay,
I
good.
ended up getting on a little bit of a tangent there,
No, but I
but
really needed that. That was good. And I know that it's good. Like, I literally can refer to this multiplication table right here at any time. Like,
no, yeah.
I can
Yeah,
literally be like, oh, I don't have a computer. I don't have anything. Da, da, da. Oh, but I do have a way to access the internet so that I can just rewind and see this and have a multiplication table. So it's
there
really
you
cool.
go. Nice.
Okay. Thank you, Kathy, you amazing human. Yes, Queen, we're glad you came out of Larker mode. You cracked me up. Oh my God. And you taught me a lot. Okay. So
All
should
right.
I remove the, yeah, okay, good. And then, so let's
Done.
go back to our queen problem here.
So yes, we are doing 5 cubed minus, or 5 to the third power minus, begin parentheses 13 plus 5 minus 12, end parentheses to the second power divided by 3.
Correct.
So what are we going to do first?
We are going to start with the parentheses.
Very good. So I'll go ahead and copy down that 5 cubed at the beginning, because that's just going to stay the same for
5
this first step.
cubed minus whatever's in here.
Yes. And so
Okay.
what is in there?
So 13 plus 5. Okay, yeah, and so I would always go from left to right. Because
We would
even
go
in
from
this,
left to right.
because even
That's
in
right.
this, even in the parentheses, I would mess up the answer if I did it. If I tried to add these and then, or sorry, if I tried to
Like do the subtraction before the addition.
or
And
13 minus 12, I don't know, whatever. I was just saying everything always goes from left to right if I'm ever confused, and it always goes by PEMDAS. So PEMDAS and then left and right with each step.
Very good.
With equate exponents. Okay, there's no T. Okay, exponents. All right, so here we go. So we're going to do parentheses, which is 13 plus 5 is 18.
Correct.
Or am I right? Yeah, 18.
That's right. That's right.
So then 18 minus 12.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do I need to write that out?
We could just, what's 18 minus 12? If you can do that in your head, we could just do
5.
this as one step. You're so close.
Oh, sorry, 6.
6. There we go.
So 18. See, in my mind, I would just put 18 below here.
You could
18.
write that out as 2 separate steps and do one step for 13 plus 5 and then another
No,
step.
I don't. I don't want to. So I was just actually I don't want to look. I was actually kind of just putting the 18 kind of right
Oh,
below
I
it.
see. I
Just
see.
to
Yeah.
make me know. Okay,
That
so
works.
18 and then a minus 12 would be I would say minus 12 equals 6.
6. Very good.
So then I would say 5 to the power of 3 minus 6, right?
You're right so far. Yeah.
Okay, good. Minus 6. Um, and then now we're going to go from the left first,
Well, we didn't finish
or
counting
not.
down this step yet. So 5 to the power of 3 minus 6. And then what do we need to write next?
That's what I, but wait, hold on. You see what you just told me? You're cheating. I didn't know if I was supposed to do the exponent on the right or exponent on the 5 to the
Yeah,
5
so
to the
this
power of
exponent,
3 in the front at the very beginning.
this exponent here, because of where the begin parentheses was right here before the 13, 13 plus 5 minus 12, we solved all that to be 6. So that
Right.
exponent is still going to be applicable specifically to the 6 right here. So we'll put the
Okay,
exponent.
which means that exponent would go first because parentheses go first.
Not.
Because, like, how would I know to do what exponent?
When we get to exponents, we can solve both of these in the same step. But once we've done the 13 plus 5 minus 12, now we've solved what is within the parentheses. So you don't need to have parentheses there anymore. Now, if you did,
Which is more confusing. It's because you taught me to go from left to right on each step,
yeah, and
except
so
for when you're doing the parentheses, the exponent on the to the right of the parentheses, I would do first before the 5 to the power of 3.
well, I mean, because they're both of them involve exponents, and by that point, we've already finished solving parentheses on in the problem. So what I'm going to do really quick is I'm just going to finish copying down this line. So that
Wait,
divided by
can I
3,
just
I'm
say
going to
I'm
put
agreeing
down.
with you? I'm
Oh
agreeing
yeah,
with
yeah.
you.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
agreeing
Okay,
with you
nice.
when I'm saying I know we're done with the problem in the parentheses. The
Mm-hmm.
2 though, the
Yeah.
2
Mm-hmm.
is the next step is exponents.
Yes, yes. Next step
So
is
so
exponents.
the
That's right.
2 would not be from left to right in terms of exponents.
Yeah. So if we're doing left to right, oh, I see. Like, yeah, we could do
So
this.
how do
This
I
one
know
first.
I don't go straight to the 3 and I stay to the, is it because parentheses and anything having to do with the parentheses goes first?
Well, no. If now once we've got this down for our second step and we're ready to move on to our third step, the next thing that we will do here is going to be exponents, and yes, we will start from left to right. So we will start here. We will start with 5 cubed. Did you
Oh,
get all of this down for your second line?
no.
Okay, so yeah, I would definitely get all this down. So 5 cubed minus 6 squared divided by 3. And then once you've got all that down, then if you still have questions about how we got just this down, then you can let me know once you've got that down. But I would
Okay,
definitely
squared
write that down.
divided by 3. Okay, no, that's all good.
All right. So what you were saying as far as working from left to right,
Right.
next thing that we're gonna do now that we're done working within parentheses, next thing we'll do is exponents, and yeah, our first exponent is gonna be
Oh,
right
so it
here.
was right. I would. Oh, I thought my whole brain thought I was doing the 2, and I'm like, well, that's gonna fucking fuck me up because I thought you said I always go from left to right
No, yeah, I
when I'm
think when I
doing
was telling you to
exponents
put that two here, I was just saying when we're writing down this step, you need to make
to
sure you write
remember.
everything down. Yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, okay. No, and no, and you just taught me something because I didn't know either way. I didn't know, do I include the 2 from the parentheses or do I just go straight to the 3? I thought I was wrong about that. Okay, good. Okay, so I was right, but I do need to write it down so I remember that I already did the problem. I already got my 6 from minusing from 12.
Very
So I
nice.
need to make sure that I do 6 times 6, basically,
Very
when
good.
I get to it. When I get to it. Okay, so here we go. Okay, so then the next thing would be doing 5 to the power of 3, which is 5 times 5 times 5 is 15.
That would be 5 plus 5 plus 5.
Sorry,
So three-
times fucking A. See, I need to remind myself. Oh, you know why?
Why?
Maybe I need a
If it helps,
maybe I
it
need to
probably
put a
helps to write this
multiplication sign
out. I
just to
think
kind
if
of
you want
remind me
to, it
until I
might be
know.
helpful to just write out here. So 5 cubed, as we just said, is 5 times 5 times 5.
5. Oh, you're saying for me to actually write it out. Okay, I'll do
I'm going
that.
to go ahead and do that because I think it
No,
might,
that is better.
while we're new to exponents,
And
just
I'm going to
help
put
out.
those in parentheses.
So I'm going to rewrite this problem with
Okay, so
each number that's raised to an exponent. I'll write it out as a multiplication problem. So 5 to the power of 3 becomes 5 times 5 times 5.
yeah,
Minus 6 to the power of 2 becomes 6 times 6.
yeah,
And then divided by 3.
right. Minus 6 times 6. Then we divide it. Okay. Okay, so 5 times 5 times 5. So 5 times 5 is 25. And 5, and then times 25.
Yeah, so 25 times 5. Is that what we would then do?
125.
Very good. So, that would be
So
our
we
answer.
write 125
Good.
minus. Ooh, okay, so 6 times 6.
That's right.
6 times 6 is 36.
Very good.
See, that's one I remember from my flashcards. 6 times 6 is 36.
Nice.
Okay. And don't fuck that up. Da-da-da-da-da. See, I need to write songs. I need to write these little songs. Okay. So then I do 125 minus 36.
And then what? What's after 36?
Minus 36 divided by 3.
Divided by 3.
Okay.
Very good.
So divide first.
Good. That's right.
Then add, but there's no addition. And then subtract. So then I need to do 36 divided by 3.
Correct. What's 36 divided by 3?
3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, 33, 36. So
Good.
12.
12 is correct. So, writing the next line, we're going to bring that 125 down. 125 minus, as you just said, 36 divided by 3 is 12.
125, yes. Minus 36 divided by 3. I'm just rewriting it. Okay, 12. Square. Did you put 12? No.
Yeah.
Did
so
you
now
put
what was that?
But the end answer is 12.
So
right?
the end answer, we've got 125 minus 12. Is that what you have here?
Oh, 125 minus 12 equals.
Are you following?
No, I think I lost track. Okay, hold on. 125 minus 36 divided by 3.
Correct. That's what we had on this step here. And so then the last step that we did was division. So you do want to still copy down that 125, even though we're not changing it for this step, that still needs to come down so we don't lose our spot. Minus, and then you solve that 36
12.
divided by 3 equals 12. So
Okay.
now we're on the last step.
125 minus, yeah, okay, the 12. Oh, I think I already played it. Ah, I fucked it up. Okay. Okay, so then now, okay, so now we did 125 minus 36.
Do you have this step written down that says 125 minus 12? Did you get here?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So now we're on the last step. So what's the last thing we have to do?
We need to, what are we at? Subtract. Did we already do that?
That's where we are. You're right.
Oh, I was like, did we already do that? Okay, so 125, subtracting 12 from 125.
Mm-hmm. What's that going to give us?
What's 12 minus 25? That is 3 and 13. 113.
113 is our correct answer. Very good. Very nice.
Square. Or whatever. Not square.
Oh yeah, put it in the box for the final answer.
Put it in
So
the box.
looking at the time right now, it's we're coming up on
8:05.
2 hours here.
Yeah.
We haven't gone over much new today, but I do think it's been good for us to just practice doing more order of operations problems. And then tomorrow, I think your new book, that GED test prep book, is likely to arrive tomorrow.
Ooh, yes.
Do you want to just go ahead and keep working through order of operations problems right now? I do kind of feel like it's been good practice for us to just keep going through these types of problems.
Yeah.
Does that sound good to you to keep working
Yeah.
through for now? All right.
Totally.
So I'll go ahead and share my screen then again.
Okay.
And
Let
pull
me
up
just
that.
wait. So let me.
Oh, did you get everything? Do you need down for this one or? Oh,
Yeah,
you're just
yeah. No, I did it. I
Gotcha.
did it. I just had to scribble out when I was being. Oops, right there.
All right. So
Anyway, so now I'm gonna do a new one.
nice. So now
We're doing a new one, right? Yeah.
that's correct.
Okay. Good.
So
I'll just write it.
we just did number 7. So can you see my screen that I'm sharing now?
This one.
Well, it's tough for me to review more than one screen at a time, but yeah, I think you've got the right one up now.
Yeah.
So
number 12. Sorry, number 8.
Yeah, so we just did number 7, so we can now do number 8. So while that's up here, I'm going to go ahead and copy it down onto my notebook as well. And this is 12 plus
6 to the power of 3 minus
Correct.
parentheses 15.
Minus begin parentheses 15 minus 6 end parentheses raised to the power of 2 plus 2.
Okay, one second. Let me go grab it.
All right. Are you
I'll be
still
right back.
copying that down, or you're done copying it down?
Yeah, I copied it down so we can remove that.
All right.
And now we just have that. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back.
I
Give
actually
me
water
20
too.
seconds.
I need some time too because
3 to the power of 2.
my water. So give me just a sec here. I'll be.
Don't put me in a box. See, that would be a good song. Wee. 3 to the. Oh, did Jacob leave too? Hi, chat. I'm still seeing you guys. Thank you for being here. You guys are awesome. You like my little. I have to dye my hair tomorrow, so I just washed it, and so it's all nice and fluffy, and I can't do anything about it. Because it has to be unwashed hair. So. Okay.
All right, I am back.
Jacob, I was singing. I don't know if you heard me, but I was singing on the way to the fridge. I was like,
nice.
3 to the power of 1 to the power of 2. And then I was like, ooh, I could make a song. I could make a song that's like my so suppressive song that's like
Yeah,
you
yeah.
put me in a box, so I could be like 4 to the power. I could be like whatever the measurements are of a box, and I could sing a song about that and be like I'll be like power to the whatever the measurements are.
Well, you
4
know what
to
that
the
makes me
power,
think of? Have you ever seen Schoolhouse Rock? Not School of Rock, but Schoolhouse Rock.
maybe.
It's an older series of like animated shorts that each of them is related to a different like academic subject, but there are a handful of math ones, and there's one that's all about the number three, and there are a few verses where they just go through the three times tables. 3, 6, 9, dot, 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 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, 30, and then another voice comes in and says, now multiply the sets of three backwards. 3 times 10 is 30. 3
See,
times 9
Jacob, I think we
is
need to do
3
this. I
times
think
8
we.
is 24.
I have a
Oh, yeah,
feeling we're
yeah.
gonna be putting together a little kids quick GED if you never had a teacher.
Oh, yeah, that could
It'll,
totally be the move. I'm having
oh
fun
my
with this.
god.
Um, you want to go ahead and jump into the problem we've got on the paper right here?
Thank you, Linda. Thank you, Kathy. I have
You
wee
swimming?
swimming a lot, so I have been putting off dyeing my hair. I have been too,
You've
and
been
the
swimming?
chlorine. Yes, I have a pool out. There's a pool here, and we got it all clean and fixed up. And so one of my things is like I don't. I was like, maybe am I going to go in the pool yesterday? Was I maybe going to go in the pool today? But one of the things is if I do go in the pool, I like to like swim. So like it's like I have to get out of the pool and literally it otherwise my hair turns green. I don't Nobody else has this issue, but if I get out of the pool and I wash, there's a whole hose and everything, and if I just rinse my hair out with regular water, my hair doesn't turn green. But I cannot dye my hair the day before or after I've been in the pool because it will like reinstate the green. I don't know how to describe it. It like if my hair is green from chlorine, then if I try to dye it the next day, it like makes the hair so fragile. Anyway, just saying. Some people know, some people don't. So I
Interesting.
get it.
I
I
have
get
never
it, Heather.
before.
I totally get it. Only blondes and people who dye their hair know about that. When you can't be doing that when you can't. Chlorine in the pool has to be done though. Like
Yeah.
especially with like all kinds of people swimming in the pool.
All right. We ready to jump into this next problem here?
Yes.
All right. So what we've got 12 plus 6 to the power of 3 minus,
Minus
begin parentheses,
beginning parentheses
15 minus
15
6.
minus 6 parentheses to the power n parentheses to the power of 2 plus 2 equals
Very good. All right. So what are we going to do first?
15 minus 6
Yes, because that's in the...
parentheses.
Very good. So everything else we're still going to copy down. So we're going to copy down 12 plus 6 to the power of 3 minus, and then we'll begin to solve.
Then we do 6 minus 15 is
15 minus 6.
or sorry, yes. 15 minus 6 is 9.
Very good.
So then 9.
And then what?
And then
I think you're about to say the right thing.
power to the 2.
Yeah, to the power of 2.
To the power of 2, and then plus 2.
Good.
Okay, so then
Now we're done with parentheses. So
yes.
what comes next?
Now I do exponent the power of 3.
Yeah, with the numbers that we see here for our exponents, I do think it would be a good idea. Not
To write 'em out?
necessarily mandatory, but I do think it would be a good idea to write out the
6
exponents
times 6
as
times 6.
multiplication problems. Yeah, so I'm going to write 12 plus, begin parentheses, 6 times 6 times 6, end parentheses, minus, again, parentheses, 9 times 9, end parentheses, plus 2. So I'm just recopying this step, but converting the exponents to multiplication problems. So 6 to the third became 6 times 6 times 6, and then 9 to the second became 9 times 9. Other than that, the step that I just wrote is the same as the one before it. Did you follow all that?
Yes.
Very nice.
Plus 2. Okay.
And it is possible for this one, just based on the numbers that we're working with, it might make most sense to show our work in solving this. But before we get into that, what is the next thing that we're going to do here now?
So now we're going to do the 6 to the power of 3.
Yeah.
So 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36.
That's right.
Times 6.
That one, it might help to write out because that is going to be a little bit tougher to solve.
36 times, so that's 36. 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20, 21. Is that right? 216.
So 6 times, I can show you how I would do this. You might have a different way of doing this because there's a few different ways that it can be solved. Do you want to finish solving it your way, and then I can show you my way, and we'll see if we got the same answer or if we'll need to revisit it.
6. I was doing it my way. I did 6 times 6 is 36.
Good.
So I put the 3 up there, then the 6 down here. Then I did 3 times 6 is 18.
18, good.
And then you add 19, 20, 21. So it's 216.
Very good. You got it.
Oh, I already wrote that down. I thought I did something wrong.
Okay. No. That's good. That's good. I just wanted to hear you say it out loud. So
okay.
I'll still copy on that 12 plus that we've got at the beginning. That's not going anywhere quite yet.
Yeah.
6 times 6, we just found that is 216.
Mm-hmm.
And we'll come
then 9 times 9. Oh, don't be a cheater. 81.
Very good.
That was quick. Okay, 81. And then plus 2.
2. Very good. All right.
Well, first we do, multiplication, then division.
So at this point, if you've got
there is none.
I've got down, all we've got left now is addition and subtraction. So for the rest of the problem, which direction are we going to work in?
We go left to right, and we go
right. Very good.
216 subtracting 81 from 216.
That means that
we're not
right. We want, if we're going from left to right, then we're going to start with
great. Look, I made a mistake. No, look, I made it too small, and I didn't realize my 12 is there. The 12 plus. I forgot. Okay, or I just didn't make it big. I should have done it your way. Okay. Okay, so addition left to right would be, and then subtraction. Okay, so 12 plus 6 is 18.
So 12 plus 216 is, do you need to write that out?
Wait, no. 12 plus 6 is 18.
We shouldn't be doing 12 plus 6. Did you write down
12?
Did you write
216.
Down
Sorry.
There you go.
That's what it is. Okay, 12 plus 216. So 16 plus 12 is 7. So 228. Wait, 12 plus 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 228.
228 is correct. Very good.
Okay, so 228. That's the first problem. Minus 81.
minus 81 plus 2. Very good. So next step, what's the next thing that we're going to do?
We need a minus 81 from 228.
Very good. So I'm going to even write that down here. 228 minus 81.
Which is 147.
Very good. That's correct.
And then plus 2.
You can do that last step. What's that last step?
149 is the
149.
end answer.
Very good. Final answer?
149.
149. All right. So order of operations, there's definitely a lot to it. And especially since you've just started to get used to exponents, because I think you just learned exponents for the first time ever yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
So the fact that you just learned exponents, and now you're also learning the order of operations and how exponents fits into PEMDAS and like how to solve problems that involve multiple operations, it's very impressive. You're coming a long way. So we've been going for 2 hours and 15 minutes today. How do you feel about our progress today?
Awesome. I think that my brain again just needs to marinate and sit with this. It's wild.
Yeah, it'll keep coming along. Once I did notice when I was watching back part of the stream from yesterday and just looking at the chat, Peter, who I don't see in the chat today, he was saying toward the end of the stream yesterday, "Where's Laura's homework? No, we can't end until Laura has homework. Where's Laura's homework?" And I didn't give you any explicit homework yesterday.
But we'll have the GED thing. We'll have the book.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was going to say is once.
Plus, I really am doing homework. I'm like, when I'm here, I'm always, I'm thinking about it a lot because it's like so new in my mind and it's like solid information that I'm going to have forever. So I'm like, oh, wow. Like, wow, I just learned all this.
No, that's
so
awesome.
Like I said, I'll be like gardening and then be like, you know, I don't know. I just think it's funny.
No, I love that. We love to
Thank
see
you, Heather. Great work. The lots that I've been putting up.
In the chat, being with us and cheering us along. We're making
we did good. You feel like we're doing a lot, right?
Oh yeah, no, we're going to, I mean, that's part of what I'm saying with the whole like exponents and PEMDAS, order of operations, all of these things. It's like we're going through units at a time, whereas in school, more typically, students would go through one lesson at a time, and several lessons would ultimately make up a unit over the course of several weeks. Students would take a unit test that covers several different concepts between different kinds of multiplication or division, exponents, parentheses. All of these different concepts would be cumulatively all part of a unit that would be completed over the course of several days. Whereas when we do these feel more like crash courses. We're giving just a mini tidbit of each lesson so that you can kind of get the overall gist of everything that you really need to know. And it's a lot. So if it's starting to make more sense, I'd say we are definitely making progress. And we've still got work to do. There's still more work that we're going to go through and more that we're going to continue to learn. But I'm proud of the progress that you're making. And once we get our books, then I think that's going to be extra helpful too. Because right now, what we're doing in the notebook, looking at the study guide, we're sharing the screen, you're writing recopying the problem and then just writing in your notebook. That's all good. But I do think that once you get your actual workbook and you're able to take notes on the pages that you see the problems on, I do think that that'll help you to make connections, and it might be a little bit easier in some cases to look back at your notes when we're doing the problems in that setting. So I'm excited. I'm excited for us to receive those books, and I'm excited for us to continue making progress.
Me too, and I'm excited for the progress we made.
Oh yeah.
Like this is, I mean, like I was expecting myself definitely to be behind. And I think that's just so much, suppression. I don't know what else to say other than Scientology suppression, or even suppression accidentally from my parents thinking like, well, we know what kind of education they got. My mom, I didn't know this, but my mom got like a really good education in arts and all kinds of shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? So she did know very much to a degree what I was missing out on. Absolutely. She knew exactly that I wasn't getting, that I hadn't gotten my GED. Like she knew. Like it's just so strange. And it's not just her. These were all parents of multiple kids, multiple Scientology Sea organization children. And in general, Scientology starts to like lead and make people believe that education is not that important, and that once you find out the truth about life, and that we were just sent here from an implant station and we've been here and we've lived these lives, it kind of belittles life, and it belittles like even a reason to go want to learn, or why should I take math when, you know, we yeah, I don't know. It's really gross how Scientology slowly pulls you away from the beautiful things of life, and then makes you think that learning is actually a very difficult thing, or like you're learning things that are false data, false information, when it's like, no, this is fucking what every human on this earth was given at least some sort of inkling or some sort of like ability to be able to learn about life, about the planet they're on, about, you know, easy ways to multiply and add things up and do business and all this shit. And it was completely neglected and taken away from Scientology Sea Org kids. So anybody in a controlled or cult manipulative situation, it probably has a lot of this, you know, abuse happening where they lost a lot of their education.
Totally. And I even think that beyond that, like we've obviously talked a lot the last couple of days about the fact that in Scientology, there's a very specific set of steps to be followed. Whereas in the real world and in a public school setting, especially nowadays, teachers are generally trained to understand that different students are going to have different learning styles. And some students are going to be more visual. Some students will be more tactile and kinesthetic, and they need to be actually doing things, doing problems to understand them. Some students are oral and they can hear the methodology of how to do a problem, and that helps them to learn. Whereas in Scientology, it's like there's a specific way to study, and that is the study tech that needs to be applied at all times, and it'll work 100% of the time if it's applied 100% correctly. Beyond that, I think that even just with the way that education works in Scientology, because
Wait, can I pause you? Were you agreeing with Scientology when they say that it works 100% of the time?
Oh, no. I'm just giving context for this is how they
That's what they say.
How they represent their beliefs and how they represent their educational philosophy and their study tech as it's presented. But even beyond that, because a fundamental part of the Scientology education and philosophy, at least at the start, as I understand it, is that they start by telling pre-clears or new Scientologists that you have a reactive mind, and by going through Scientology, you're going to learn to eradicate your reactive mind, because that's a concept. The reactive mind, that's a concept that only exists within Scientology. By presenting people with, oh, you have this thing, the reactive mind, and we have the key, that's just right away setting people up for an environment and a mental headspace where they're susceptible to being controlled. Because as soon as you believe Scientology that, yes, I have a reactive mind and I need to get rid of it, Scientology has already claimed authority over, we know how to get rid of your reactive mind. So in order to achieve the state of clear and achieve the wins or the gains that we are marketing to you and that we are saying that you're going to be able to achieve, you have to do what we say. Like, already education in Scientology is set up with a very specific set of steps to follow and a very specific set of outcomes that you are being designed to achieve. It's not a situation where you can pursue your passions and Scientology is going to help you work toward your passions. It's very much like there's a desired outcome, which ultimately just results in the person becoming more and more controlled and devoted to the organization. I mean, I hope it's making sense. Like, I'm sort of
It totally does. It's like literally making it so they literally say they teach you a false idea, a false reality, and then they say, once you believe in that, or once you go, oh, well, this sort of makes sense if I do look at it that way, then they go, and guess what? We have the answer. And this is how you have to do it. and you only do it exactly how L. Ron Hubbard said. Otherwise, which gives them the biggest out if any of the tech doesn't work for somebody, and they're like, "Oh, this didn't work for me." No, this didn't cure my cancer. This didn't cure my depression. Whatever it is, then they say, "Oh well, there's something you missed," And you're always, as a good person, you're always going to go, okay, maybe I misunderstood something. Maybe, like, you're always going to go, is there something I didn't get? Okay, well, teach me more. But that's the trap of Scientology, is the more they teach you, the more they're unlearning. Like, the more they're taking away your core, the more they're taking away very awesome, really important beliefs and grounded structures of Earth and planet Earth and history. Like,
Totally.
It's just crazy. I can't wait to get into history, but I do have to say, I feel like math was going to be my hardest thing. And I'm glad to see that it's not as hard as I thought it would be. It's hard, but I like it. It's not like, it's like going to the gym. I'm like, oh yeah, I can see the results of working out and like working my brain. So I do love that so much. And I love very much that so much about Scientology, and it's like horrible system of like brainwashing people and keeping them in such a deep structure of how to think and how to learn and how to, that it's like I'm being taught the complete opposite spectrum of like a teacher who is like the perfect teacher, like I said, to be teaching people who very much, you've done your research a lot, and you've met with me and a bunch of people who were ex-Scientologists who were part of it and everything as kids and as adults, etc. And so I just think it's so great. You're totally the complete receipt of like, nope, Scientology, you're bullshit. Like, this is bullshit. Stop fucking brainwashing and controlling people so much that they even think their own education and history or religious beliefs are made up or are not true. They're just an implant from a lifetime. And then taking advantage of that, like blackmailing machine advantage. Anyway, yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, I'm definitely very far down the rabbit hole of learning about Scientology at this point.
Yeah.
But I'm glad that it does help me to, communicate with you and just talk about Scientology without having to stop and define terms every few minutes. Because I mean, I do get that that's a thing. Oftentimes, when people leave Scientology, is in order to even talk about your experiences. Sometimes, I mean, I obviously wasn't in Scientology, but my understanding is that it can be tough sometimes to even explain like what your job was without just referencing like 5 self-referential Scientology terms. Like, oh, well, I was in CMO where I was writing up like, and for somebody who's not well versed or who hasn't taken somewhat of a deep dive or read into what Scientology is all about, it can sometimes be hard to follow along with that type of a story without already knowing what all the acronyms or terminology mean. But
Totally.
it can be fun to sometimes talk to you or talk to other ex-Scientologists and realize, oh my gosh, I know what these terms mean. I know what OSA is. I know what
That's what I
CMO
mean. Like, now that's how I kind of feel in the opposite way of actually learning. Like, I cannot believe in my own handwriting I'm seeing my own, away from the light. I can't believe I'm seeing my own handwriting doing these weird math problems that I would see other 18-year-old, or actually, you know what it was? I would see gold-based staff members that were going to the Int Ranch on Saturday and Sunday. They would be there on Saturday and Sunday to get their GED, that were at still already freaking indentured servants at Gold Base. So they would come on Saturday and Sunday, and some people like who knew or whatever, not some people, all I remember was it being Becky Hughes at one time, and then Gayla Gualteri, and then me. And Gayla Gualteri like turned over, was helping me. I was helping her a lot when she was the course admin, and the course admin would make all the folders and the check sheets for all the, anybody that was on course, anybody doing any course. And so the gold-based staff, even if they were 18 but didn't have a GED, they still needed to come. Or if they were not 18, this is also what I'm learning, is that there were actual minors at Gold Base that hadn't gotten their GED yet. And so they were coming back to the Int Ranch, a bunch of them, on Saturday or Sunday to study to get at least their GED.
Interesting. I actually
Yeah.
didn't realize that
And
was.
so I remember as the course admin seeing all like I would just inspect. I had the answer book. So it was like all stuff I had no idea. Like I had like I'm saying, what I'm writing right now is the stuff I was looking at and being like, oh God, I don't know if I'll ever learn that. It just seems so out of my league. And here we are learning it in like a couple
Yeah,
of
here you
days.
are. It's full circle moment. You are learning how to do it.
Isn't that crazy? So yeah, I just think that's really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's really cool. And then so hopefully tomorrow we'll have our books and
That'd be awesome if we are able to
I
dive
know
into it today. I don't know that I got an estimated delivery time, because sometimes when I
that's okay.
order
That's
stuff,
okay.
like it'll give me a window when it's expected to come by. What does your schedule
I
look like?
have to
Do you have a
I will I'm I feel like I'm put on the spot right now. I
No, no, no,
have
sorry.
to
We can figure it out.
no.
We don't need to
I
keep
it,
on it.
I do need to decide right now. I'm going to talk to Audit LA, but I'm pretty
Oh,
sure I'm
okay.
actually going to go into the city tomorrow and go to police
Oh,
commission so
oh,
that
what
we
time is that?
at 9:30. You can totally come join us. Oh my God, Jacob, you can
That'd be
totally come
fun.
join us. You just got to get there kind of a little bit before so that you can
Okay.
sign up. It can sometimes get a little heavy. Some people, I'm sure you've seen some of the live streams we do when we go there.
Mhm.
It's freedom of speech, so people do speak their minds. But I go there, of course, to talk about the abuses of Scientology and how the LAPD are not fucking arresting people who are doing things that are policy trained. Like I said, training drills. Like those security guards were trained to treat a body, a DB, a SP, somebody coming in, and they're going to view anybody, even barging in, as a DB or degraded being or somebody negative to the organization. And security guards have these training drills where they literally physically assault. It's an assault. You're not allowed to be dealing. You're not a police officer. You're not a medical person. You do not have credentials. And the worst is that they actually are against mental health. They're against psychiatric health. They're against psychological health. And there they splat on their Dynetics promo videos and shit all the time. A guidance to mental health or whatever it is. It's just such
Dynamics, the modern science of
Dynetics,
mental
the
health.
modern science of mental health. It is such fucking a lie. Every word L. Ron Hubbard, if it makes a sentence, is most likely a fucking lie. Straight up lie or completely manipulative tool to make people, again, believe in, sign up, think, oh, I have a reactive mind. That's what you do at address. Once you got them on that train, you're screwed.
That's
And there's
correct.
many more. Once you get people even in on sad things like, oh, I just learned how to really communicate with somebody and I didn't realize there were tools for communicating and they think the tools are Scientology TRs. Like that's horrible. Like that's literally teaching somebody to be a suppressive and not speak about your feelings and your thoughts and how, yeah, it's so gross. Anyway,
No,
woo!
yeah. And
But
even
I strongly, Jacob, I strongly love that you're here doing this with me. It means a lot to me. I think we're going to be friends forever for our whole lives.
heck yeah, in it for the long run.
Yay! Wow, man. Cheers. All right. Well, love you all and love you. And then, so yeah, I was going to say, so tomorrow I might be doing city meetings. Either way, this means so much to me, and I know that you do go back to like doing your own schooling and teaching and shit, and I know it like I think August 1st or something like.
So that first week of August, I will say really quick, I don't think I've said it on stream, but I will be going to Big Bear for a sleepaway camp, and I will be basically occupied 24/7
Out of
all of next
service.
week, Sunday to Saturday. So it'll be good that we
That's why we're
have,
trying to squeeze this in, and it's super
yeah.
important, you know, and I really appreciate it, and that's why I want to get as much as, and then I'm hoping there might be a week or two where we can do a bunch more again, but like
Mhm.
while he's not doing that, I'm going to be going live like, okay, Jacob gave me some, you know, homework and things I have to continue doing while even we're not doing the live streams.
That's right.
So
That'll be good to work
he's
on.
definitely my guidance and like teacher during this learning process of like just learning the basics, which I
Heck yeah.
love because we absolutely I remember we were having a beer at 33 Taps on Sunset,
All right.
and I was just like, when I saw how excited you were, you would like when you were like, I would love that. When I was like, would you possibly want to like go on a live stream and I'll be vulnerable and just say, hey, this is what I do and don't learn, and just teach me. And if even if you're wrong, chat can help out, like. And his reaction was just like, oh my God, I would love that. Yes. Yeah. And I was like, damn, there was like no hesitation. And because I have somebody like you to do that, it makes me want to be more focused and be here and available when you're available, because you do teach so well. And I really appreciate that. And you're just awesome. And I love you. And you laugh at my jokes and you don't think I'm annoying.
Oh no, no, this is a lot of fun. This is right up my alley too. So yeah, I remember when we were having that conversation, once we decided to go for this, I was like, "Oh my gosh, this will be so exciting. We'll be able to go through all the curriculum, crash course it all down into a handful of sessions." No,
I
I'm having
loved
fun
it.
so far.
And you had asked me like, wait, so do you know about I think it wasn't even just like do you know about Egypt and all that? Like, no, I don't. Nothing. Like, I just don't know. And even the stuff I do know, I don't know if it's correct or not. Like, is it just something that I read randomly, or is it actual factual? Am I multiplying correctly? Like, I kind of learned that at the ranch. Is this kind of correct? Like, it's good to know what I don't know and what I do know. And is it correct what I know? Yeah. So I really appreciate it. It like
Heck yeah.
really means a lot to me. It like melts my heart, makes me emotional, it makes me strong, it makes me understand love better, it makes me understand people who have disabilities, patience, it makes me understand all the geniuses who put all their time putting math and shit together. Like, it's just really, this world is, we're all together, we're all here, and it's so gross attacking one another instead of learning and loving. Not to end it on such a beautiful note, but like for real.
Learning and loving with you.
Ooh, learning with you. So I really appreciate you. Thank you, Jacob. And so yeah, like I said, I think I'm going to do the city things, and I'm hoping that we can do this at 5:55 tomorrow. I should be back. If not, I'll update everybody. But if you're interested and you're watching, not just for the learning and loving, I'm most likely going to go live, even if Audit LA is going to go live. I think I'm going to go live just so people can see both views, and I can also catch things, and people can hear what I'm saying when I go up and stuff like that, just better. So
For
I'll
sure.
see you on there. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow at 5:55, if that's
Sounds
cool with
good.
you. I'm just trying to suck up all the time I can on this
Yeah.
while I have your expertise. And I mean that
Heck
in
yeah, let's do
the
it.
most, this is the best way.
Of course. And we'll be in touch about tomorrow morning. I didn't have the police commission meeting on my radar, but now that I know that that's
Okay.
at 9:30, I don't have anything else planned currently at that time, so I might be
And if
down to
you
tentatively.
want, I can meet you. Yep, I can totally meet you, or I can show you where I park and everything. So it's super easy. We can go in together and I can show you how to sign up and all of that. So you don't even have to worry about feeling like awkward and like your first time there. Yeah. Police commission tomorrow, honey. Yes, Antics. She's like, police commission tomorrow. She's Antics is awesome. She's literally always as much as she can between her and Ganja Girl and like maybe one other streamer. They do try to uh live
Call in.
stream our public comment call-ins to the cities, to city council, to public works, the police commission meetings. They'll have like either the YouTube of the police commission up, the Zoom call up, and they'll also Antics and Gigi Ganja Girl are both always doing the YouTube live while they're also calling in themselves and giving their public comment. And most of the
Nice.
time, you do get like for police commission, you get 3 minutes. You say all agenda items, and anything you're talking about is talking about fucking getting the police to do their job. You get 3 minutes on that. So, um, I really recommend it. That's why I also want to go live so people can feel stronger about going to the police commissions either in person or just doing the Zoom call. and I can text directly or email people. Audit LA has awesome link where she can she can send the actual agenda and the phone number and the Zoom link to click on. So you can be like, I want to speak about all these items or just this one. You can do 1 minute, whatever. Once you get used to it, it's super easy. So yeah, I think I need to do it because I need to do it. The world is telling me I need to go in. And so I'm going to do that. And hopefully Audit will be there. If not, I'll be streaming myself live at the police commission. Hopefully Jacob will be there. That will be really cool too. And I can come pick you up is what I was going to say. If it's easier for you from a certain spot, if it's like you only want to drive a certain, and that way you can save on parking and all of that. Like no
it's
problem.
At City Hall, right? LA City Hall?
The police commission is at the police station on First Street, the headquarters.
Oh, okay.
It's actually in the building of the police station. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Okay. Good to know. Okay.
Yeah. And so I post the LA Public Works agendas and links. Cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay,
So that's
nice.
for, and that's normally Monday, which we did today or yesterday. And
Today's Monday.
No, today's Monday. We did that today. And then Wednesdays and Fridays. So they have them. Public Works is Wednesdays. You can call on Zoom. You can literally call as on a phone call or click on the Zoom link and you're on the Zoom so you can see on the video who's in person coming up to the podium at the actual meetings. And you're speaking to the whole board of Public Works. Public Works controls all of Scientology's abusive, manipulative abuse of the permits that they just closed down L. Ron Hubbard Way, which is another thing. L. Ron Hubbard Way is a revocable permit that can be changed back to North Berendo Street anytime, as long as we get the city and the neighborhood and everybody to sign and agree and say we want this on the agenda. So that's even a public comment. You can call in and say, hi, yes, please revoke Scientology's L. Ron Hubbard Way naming and put it back to North Berendo Street. Period. Done. Because that's one of the things they use to control and like take ownership, or kind of like a gang. They kind of say like, oh, we own this area. Look, we're cleaning the sidewalks. We're doing all this. They shouldn't be. They literally are indentured servants making $47 a week, just like my dad, just like I was growing up as a kid, not a child, in the cult of the Sea Organization of Scientology. So anyways, join us. It is fun. You can email complaints if you want, if you don't even want to comment, but you want to be a part of it. And all of your voices are important. So even you, Jacob, I would love for you to be there in person so you can write you're so good at speaking and so I would just love for you to come, because you would come up and say, and they will give you 3 minutes at the police commission in person. They actually do the in-person first, or they'll mix it with the Zoom calls as long as they feel they have enough time. But once they feel that they don't have enough time for the in-person speakers, they'll kind of cut off. Sadly, I've been on the Zoom calls a bunch where I got cut off, where they don't take any more Zoom calls and they just take as many people as they can in person. So yeah.
All right.
So there you go. So yeah, that's what I'll be doing. But either way, so city meetings tomorrow. We're going to do as whatever Audit LA can do. If she can't, I'll be at police commission. I'm sure Audit will be at police commission, and hopefully I'll be there with Jacob as well. And anybody else wants to join me, come be there at like 9:00. So you're there and it's easy. And it's like, sometimes there's a line, sometimes there's weird issues. As long as you're just there and you're kind of just set and ready to go waiting. So I'll get there at 9:00, and we'll see if Jacob arrives and is there. And then I will be back here in the desert to do our GED graduation quest at 5:55 Tuesday with hopefully our new books.
For sure. Yeah, no, we can definitely tentatively plan on that. Of course, if we do end up meeting up, and then,
we'll be on live streams maybe before then, but still, we'll still come back and still stick to our guns on doing our 5. I love that 5:55. If we can do it, because it kind of, the sun is just starting to chill out here around that time. It's still pretty hot, but it's enough where it's not getting hotter, it's getting cooler.
Right. No, that makes sense. Yeah, we can definitely tentatively plan for that.
I don't think we should tentatively plan. I think we should definitely do it 5 tomorrow, Tuesday. And you guys might see us before then on our live streams at the police commissions here on the YouTubes.
Sounds good.
Always learning and loving. And I'm sure I'm going to be learning. And I'm sure Jacob and I, if he does come tomorrow, we will be joking about a lot of mathematical problems. And that will be kind of on purpose.
Probably so.
All right, my loves. All right. I love you, Jacob. You're amazing.
Love you
Maybe
too.
see you tomorrow. Otherwise, I'm
That's
sure I'll
right.
see you in the chat and or I will see you at 5:55 for our learning mission.
There we go. That's right.
Thank you, Antics. Thank you, chat. Everybody in chat. You guys are amazing. Thank you for everybody in all the other parts that were helping Peter, everybody. You guys know who you are. You were here. Love you so much. And I was gonna end it with the learning and loving video, but I'm gonna end it and add some fun ending. We're gonna close this one out in a long little ending thing. So I love you all. Here we'll go into this first, learning and loving. I'm playing with some of my gadgets here on the StreamYard, which I haven't given up yet. It was one of the bills. I was like, you know what? I do need all these little gadgets, and I do need Jacob to come up here and teach me. So I do need to add people. I can't give that up yet. So, but anyways, I'm going to add some fun things, and I'm going to do some testing right now. So love you, and see you mañana either way. And see you, Jacob. Thank you, Mr. Harkey.
You're welcome. Great job today.
Thank you.
Your day of class.
Thank you. Wait, what is the thing you say when you're ending the class? Like, you guys
Class
can go.
dismissed.
Thank you.
That one.
Searching for the right child. Somebody is telling you what's right. Now you're going to have to decide what you're gonna do the next step you take in life. Do you feel her?